Hello, friends, neighbors, country people, lend me your head holes and welcome back to UST Unexpectedly Serious Turn. This week we do have some announcements. We're going to start with our lovely Brion, Silus, with talking about something very wonderful.
Awesome. We have our character artist working hard. Her name is Elizabeth Ackerman. She is working real hard on our character portraits. They're looking amazing so far. We can't wait to get them out to you. They should already be out to you, actually. So if you want to hit her up and check her out, she does stream every Saturday at around 1:30 to 2, streaming art, just generally hanging out and talking. You can find her at Twitch TV/ArtShovel. That's ARTSHOVEL. If you want, you can hit her up on Twitter at EB_Ackerman. And, just... she's a fun person to talk to. She does great artwork. And that's on that. That's all that on that. Back to you, our lovely keeper.
Hello. Yes, we do have some other announcements. Next week should be, when you are seeing this, November the 24th, should be a week from the day you see this. That is the week of what the Americans like to call Thanksgiving, a day of feasting and strangeness. And we are going to be taking that week off for family obligations, etc., etc. So UST will actually be returning to full schedule December 1st for as much as we are able to do. So yeah, we will be back on December 1st. And with that said, let's get back to the wonderful, horrible world of Anna. Last time we were here, our daring adventurers went through fantasy, basically customs, where they were about to be accosted and probably going to have Fen throw down when Silus came up with a wonderful, wonderful way around that. They found their way to a tavern, an inn, run by two very excitable halflings, drank the night away, and then decided to go to a library, where Silus actually got to talk with the head archivist and learned some fascinating things about some dreams he'd had. At the same time, Fen'rahl Aym'Bryn decided to put his life on the line by talking to the mother of another of the party members, Irde Denholm. So, we came back to the revelation that Fen had just done this, and... go ahead.
You spoke with my mother?
I did. Yes.
Why?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I just want to know what the hell she had done.
Why is it your business?
It's not.
Exactly.
My
relationship with my parents is very complicated, and I do not need you making it more so.
That's a fair point.
Look, we are party members now. Is that correct? We intend on traveling together.
I believe that was the agreement, yes.
Yes, and I would like that to happen, but if I cannot trust you to respect my own privacy, to respect things that I would rather keep secret, that is hurtful, is all.
Well, I'm gonna lean over to Silus. She reminds me of my mother. I'm a little frightened.
I would recommend no longer talking for just 15 minutes.
I think that's wise, yes.
Do you think I can't hear you? You're right across from me.
Do I not move? I don't know what to do in this situation. Silus, help me.
I put my hand over his mouth and just
Thank you, Silus.
put the other hand on his shoulder and sit him down in the chair.
Silus, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I'm just going to angrily open my book and just start flipping through it.
I am going to take Mugi off of my horns, and I'm going to let her skitter over to Irde and just sit down next to the book. And I say, Fen, I need some help looking through some bestiaries. Could I get your hand? Come along. And I am going to go find any of the bestiaries that were previously talked about.
Yeah, and there are several librarians fluttering around who are more than happy to give you assistance with finding some bestiaries and helping you look, or at least giving you the books to look through for what you're looking for. I will give you the option of both of you making investigation checks, or one of you making an investigation check with advantage.
I've got pretty good investigation.
Yeah, the best I could probably give you is advantage.
Okay. I will roll with advantage. That's not great. That's better. 21.
21. Yeah, so you do find a lot of information about different potentially world-ending abominations and things like that. Things like ancient dragons, a Tarask looks rather interesting. None of them particularly look like exactly what you're looking for. You do find a couple of things like a Morkoth that seems to have its own cult attached. That's really interesting for the end of the world. But other than that, you're not really finding exactly what's in.
They're all the same as the books at the university's 80s.
Silas, I might be able to help a little bit better if I knew what I was looking for.
Right. I cast Prestidigitation, and I make a small image appear in my hand of one of these creatures, just masses of teeth and lashing tentacles and appendages. It just thrashes in my hand for a brief moment, and I say, "Find something like this." And I close my hand, and it...
Excuse me, what?
vanishes.
I'm still sitting at this table.
Well, no, we've gone and done...
Oh, never mind. Ignore everything I just said.
Have
I'm
I
not
ever...
here. I am a ghost.
Have I seen anything like what he just showed me?
Roll me a history check.
Alright.
I showed you a literal nightmare.
Yeah,
right?
essentially, yes. He just showed you horrifying things. A 1? Yeah, that...
Oh, no.
That
tracks.
is like, you are just like, that looks like nothing. It just
That's
looks
the ugliest dog I've ever seen.
yeah, like, it looks like nothing. You could
What did
even,
you do to
like...
that poor rat?
You've already forgotten what it looked like.
Look, I have a bit of a... It's not quite personal, but I have a mission that I would like to keep as under wraps for the good of most people here. And it involves finding any information I can about these things. And that information is pertinent as to how I might destroy them or unmake them in any way possible. So, if you find anything about that, I would be very much obliged.
And
I will
just-
see what I can find, yeah.
Just to double check, Silas,
Mhm.
it has been a week, so if you don't remember, that's fine. You were given something that you could look into.
Yes.
Okay.
I was just planning to get any kind of information out of the place that I'm at.
That's
even though
fair.
they kind of said there's not any. Yeah.
That's fair. I just
Um,
wanted to make sure that you, like,
Yes,
you
I've gotten
remembered.
that.
Okay.
I will say as well to Fen, when I spoke with the head archivist, they mentioned a place called Port Cahove, a place where there might be some kind of record or job to undertake that might point us if everyone is willing, or if as many of you are willing to help me as possible, that might point us in the right direction.
Right, well, here's the thing, Silas. We all need work at the moment, and none of us have filled out the paperwork to become proper adventurers yet. And as that is the case, this sounds like a job, and I'm sure if we present it in a way that the group finds amicable, then, you know me, pay me a bit of coin and some booze, and I'm your man. So, but...
Amicable. I can do amicable. I can do that, yes.
I have trouble with amicable, so I'll let you do the talking, alright?
I have trouble with it too.
Am I close enough to hear this conversation going on?
They
I would've
upstairs with an
Yeah.
elephant?
Yeah,
I think we
imagine
can't hear
not.
anything.
Dang.
you two
We're in
are
bed with stacks.
yeah. You guys are kind of upstairs talking to an elephant at the time.
I know Glib's kind of wandering around. He ended up in the cooking section.
It's true. If Glib wants to see if he overhears, he can absolutely roll me a luck check to see how close to the others he stays.
Well, that's a 2, so...
You're upstairs with us.
So yeah, you probably would be a little bit closer to the "wow, that's an elephant" than you would be this conversation.
You're so big.
Look, for now, Fen, just keep it between us. I will alert the rest of the party when I feel like it's
I'll tell you what, Silas.
appropriate.
You help me find my bastard father, and I'll not only keep this between us, I'll help you find what you're looking for. Sound fair?
It is a great disservice to you compared to what you are giving to me. But yes, it sounds fair.
Just point me in the direction of something that I can smash and stab, and it'll be fine. I need the practice anyway.
I feel like Irde's calmed down, hopefully. Should return and consolidate
Does
with
she?
nothing here for me.
What does she? I mean, so when I met Glib, I had a similar situation where I may have done the wrong thing, but I made him the dagger. He seems pretty happy now. What? I'm not too good at the. I'm not too good with people.
No. Here's what I would say. Your first instinct, ignore it. Go with the second one.
But the first one's usually stab it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do that unless it's obviously bad. If it's like Irde's mother in the library,
Oh, I didn't.
don't immediately go for the I'm gonna go up and talk to her and make waves. Just head low, put your cloak on, and ignore it. Just the first one. The second one is fine. Just the first one.
I will try to remember that.
here. We'll get there. We'll get there.
So we're on instinct 5 then?
If that's what makes it not confrontational immediately, yes. Instinct 5, all the way.
I will work on that. Buy them BFF. Got it.
Good, yes. Let's go back to Irde.
Yeah, speaking of Irde, what is she doing in this?
Actually, I would like to go. Is Maloran around?
Oh, let me look at the names of people, because I know that I gave you
The
a
Sun
list.
Elf who worked closely with my parents.
Yes, Maloran was standing. Maloran was standing right next to your mom.
Do I see him now?
In the same place that he was before. They seem to be looking through some like things.
Moogie is with you, by the way. She is
Yes.
just on your perched on your shoulder.
Emotional support raven.
Exactly.
Moogie, you want to go talk to someone? All right, well, let's go then. I'm going to walk over to Maloran, and I suppose then my mother. Maloran, Master Terse, if I may speak with you, please.
It's all right. Go ahead. I suppose I would be more than happy to do that, Irde.
Sir, you have worked closely with my parents for as long as I can remember. Yes?
Yes.
You understand why, perhaps, then, we are not on the best of terms.
I believe I have some understanding, yes.
I do not like that I am suffering for their mistakes. But as these mistakes have happened, it is up to me to repair this. You've worked with them closely, so I assume you have possibly an insight into their research on how I may fix my own problems. Would you be able to help me?
I can do as much as I'm able, of course, but I think you might find that your curse is not so much of a curse if you find the good in it.
There can be good found in anything. Yes, of course. But it was not my mistake, and therefore Do I know what class Maloran would be? What his...
He doesn't have so much of a class. As far as you know, he would mostly just be scholar sort of thing. He's worked with your parents.
He's a study guy.
Yeah. As long as he's been, as long as you've been around, he's been working with your parents.
Yes. I understand that there can be good found in this. I hope to do good with this. I do not like that the choice was not given to me. I do not like that the choice was taken from me, and that the main connection I'm supposed to have as someone like me, as someone of my race, that I am not able to connect with it. It is a part of me that is gone, and I do not appreciate that.
I understand your struggles, at least as much as one is able to, and I am more than happy to speak with you should you need. Certainly, I've spoken with your sister often enough. I understand your difficulty, but I hope you will find, as I have, that in the darkness there is sometimes peace.
How is my sister?
She does well. I believe she's scampering around town with my, spawn, as it were.
Ew.
Thanks!
Glib pops up out of nowhere. Ew! He runs away.
Excuse me, what? Well, if you will give my best to both my sister and your spawn, as it were. If you or my parents ever find a way I could reestablish this contact, I would be very grateful if I could understand how.
I assure you their due diligence and my own is to making your and their and everyone's lives better. If we can do anything, we shall, and I will keep you informed.
Appreciate it, sir.
Of course.
All of this while the raven was on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Moogie is just dead-eyeing. What is his name? The sun elf.
Maloran Terse.
Maloran, just the thing where the bird cocks its head to the side, and you just see the one eye staring.
He seems unaffected.
That's fine. No, I just want Moogie there for emotional support.
That's fair.
I appreciate Moogie.
Moogie is great.
Then I will stand and return to the area where I left, where we had sort of congregated.
Fair enough. Yeah. Where the three of you had congregated, yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. That would leave my other 4 compatriots. What are y'all up to? Still poring over books and such? 3 compatriots. I can count, I swear.
Glib's around. He's everywhere.
Glib is just in and out of all the things popping up wherever fate.
They have a ladder so you can get to higher books.
He's just coasting along the top of all the shit.
Silus.
Pulling on a whole bell from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. I imagine by now then he and Sails are probably having a race, which how it's possible I don't know, but
they find a way.
Sails just gets bored.
Sails is doing zoomies.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You see the poor kobold librarian just going, please, please, please.
Do I
Silas's
notice
nose
their
starts
havoc?
bleeding.
That's a great question. Roll me a perception check.
Are they trying to be sneaky about this? I don't even know.
I mean,
If
Zoomies are not sneaky.
it's a big
that's
library, though. Like
That's fair.
Zoomies are a cat's right.
Oh.
Yeah. You've got like you've got your PI badge and then you've got your Zoomies badge.
License to zoom.
I only rolled
It's on the other
a
side.
Oh yeah.
Gotta go fast.
you
I
roll.
only rolled.
I'm awfully sorry.
I only
She
rolled
simply
a
must go
7.
fast.
Yeah. You do not necessarily notice
Just
the
brooding,
zoomies.
bird on shoulder. That's where I am headspace wise.
Yeah, basically.
Does Silas hear this or Moogie? Either one.
Hear the zoomies and the.
Yeah.
I mean, you can roll me a perception check if you'd like.
Whee!
This one's for Silas. That is a 19.
Yes, you notice the large cat just running all over, and the small goblin at the top of a ladder going, ah! Ah! You think it might be singing?
For
Oh,
Moogie,
yeah,
that is
I'm-
also a 19. So both Moogie and Silas notice.
How is Moogie reacting to this?
On your shoulder, Moogie's just like,
What are you looking at?
Cocks her head. Just
What's going on here?
Oh
Yeah.
dear, I've just remembered I was charged with keeping everyone. Perhaps I'll just. Can I just hide?
roll me a stealth
Very
check.
Quick to hide.
Roll me a stealth check.
Yes, that is 26. I'm gone.
You are pretty sure that you are one with the books.
I was supposed to keep them from being. It's too late. I gotta go.
abandon ship.
So
I'd like to still have visual on sales as much as I can, but I'd like to be.
If I may, somebody please tell me that at some point Sales is going to get to the top of a bookshelf and just start knocking books off the top.
And realize she can't get down. That's the other thing.
If I
Alin,
make it to the religion section.
yeah, that's your thing.
That's my thing.
And the religion section for you is almost like a homing beacon. Like you find it always.
Sense it.
You can sense it somewhere in your soul. Alin, what are you doing in this mess of chaos?
Oh, well, I figured I would make my way back to the other group, but when I was going over there, they had this whole stack of books, and they had this one called 50 Shades of Grey Wolf.
No.
Why did you bring this into my world?
I'm not really sure what this is. Hey, you guys, were you reading this?
You open it up, it's just color swatches.
Yeah. It is
Some patches of
actually
fur.
just 50 varieties of wolves. They
Yeah,
were
yeah,
looking
yeah.
at
Dire
bestiaries,
It's in
particularly.
was in the bestiary section or bestiality? I don't know.
They're right next to each other, but that particular one is a bestiary.
It's bestiary, yeah.
Easy mistake.
I had
We get
it
over
open briefly, but I put it on the table.
Oh yeah, I can just put it in your bag if you want
Is
me to
that at the
scream.
table where I am sitting?
I mean, you haven't made your way over to them quite yet, I don't think, but
Okay, good.
But
I don't need this.
this is a little bit earlier than that, but you will probably see something similar.
That's all I'm doing. I'm just really curious about this book they've got.
Fair enough. So after a few hours, someone, in all likelihood, the Dragonborn. I did have a dragon. Yes, the Dragonborn librarian manages to get Glib down and kind of like scoops up Sails and walks over to the group, having seen Irde walk in with these two, and walks over to you and says, "Are these yours?"
Oh, hi!
Well, I don't think we own them.
I'm
I
going to
don't
choose
know if
this
they are
moment
mine.
to run up as
Very
though I've been
generous
looking for them.
label.
I don't know if they are mine per se, but they have been. They came in with me, yes.
Sales will have a
You
book
can
in
set
hand.
them down, please. Just set them both
We're
down.
friends!
Yes, we are friends.
And Sareth will set them down and
Thank you.
kind of pat
is
Glib
this
on the head.
Was this a librarian I recognized?
I believe that librarian is on your list. Yes,
Okay.
Silas
You never.
is
I don't know if you ever
trying-
sent me that list, but
I did. I think I did.
oh, I'm sorry.
Silas is trying very hard to figure out a way to put a bell on Sails without it seeming like rude.
Make it a pretty necklace, and it's
Yeah.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
jewelry.
It's like, prestidigitates a bell and just like.
All right.
Sorry.
Amanda,
Do
I will resend you the link in Discord.
All right, thank you. I'm sorry.
problem. No, you're good.
If Sails is anything like my cat, the second you try and get the bell anywhere near Sails, it's going to be a fight.
Oh no.
Makes jingle jangle noises. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you guys find out what you were looking for?
Not wholly. But I did find something that might
It's unholy.
benefit all of us in a way. Not completely.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
May I suggest we go over to, I saw Mage Gold's across the street. We can go get some coffee and some tea and discuss it.
Mage gold.
I've never had coffee before.
Oh.
You're
Oh,
in for a treat.
no.
It's wonderful.
Famous last words.
What is coffee?
Is Alin back already?
Oh yeah,
we
no,
we had all kind of reconvened, yeah.
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 I'm going to lean over to Alin, like, tell me you have a flask.
Oh, come on, man. Pull out a little iron flask.
It's a
You gotta
bandolier.
walk me down.
Excuse me.
That's fantastic.
Could we wait until the flask until after we leave the library?
Oh no, that's for the
What?
coffee.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
this
fine,
is
just
that.
don't open
Have
it
you
here.
never-
Do not
sir,
open
have
it
you
in
never-
a library. Just do.
No, yeah, this
Wait,
No, that-
this is just
no,
add
yeah.
to the
What was
coffee.
that about going outside? I think we were just excusing ourselves. Saying
Yes,
it was lovely to
we're going,
be
we're going,
here.
we're going.
I would like to
Absolutely.
try to
Place
sneak
keep
a
it very nice.
swig.
Let's.
Oh, you all notice that Glib no longer has a cape?
Where did
It's
you-
it's
Wait,
posted
what's your-
somewhere like a flag.
Oh, yeah, I must have lost it. Oh well.
Was that special to you in any way?
I mean, it was cool, but easy come, easy go.
All right. Well, then fine.
Did it have metal on it?
No,
No metal brooch or anything.
no, I don't
No.
think so.
No. All right then. Shit out of luck.
All right. Let's.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. To Mage Golds then.
To Mage Golds. I should warn all of you. Do not attempt to alter the coffee in any way, at least until you are out of the building. It's.
Why?
Trust me. Trust me.
Now I want to do it.
Please
No,
don't.
no, please don't.
All right.
It's for your own good. It's wonderful coffee.
I'm gonna listen only because I've got my ass in enough trouble today. And what time is it?
It's probably around 10, maybe 11. Although, honestly, with the antics that have occurred, it's closer to 12 just because, y'all are chaos
Zoomies.
monsters.
What?
Yes.
Aren't most adventurers?
No one
Yeah,
can prove I was involved.
Correct.
I've gotten myself in enough trouble, and it's not even noon yet. I think I'm gonna listen.
Yeah. There is a Mage Gold's pretty much across the street from the library, as one would expect.
Note for the DM.
Yes.
Sales did have a book from the religion section, and she would have not known. She still has it as they walk out.
Just fun sales.
Go ahead and
Surprising amount of restraint.
go ahead and add that to your inventory. Filch library book, about religion,
Oh no.
and I will roll for what that is on the break probably and get that info to you.
Beautiful.
But yeah, you make your way across the street. You walk into Mage Gold's, which, surprisingly enough, looks the same pretty much anywhere you go, including the people behind the counter. If any of you have ever walked into a Mage Gold's, you recognize the figure of Theron standing behind the counter making the coffees, and Fala standing at the cashier greeting everyone with a bright smile, both with mage hats that honestly, if you were out of the world, would look a lot like beanies. Just big sweaters, kind of beanie cap style mage hat, vaguely pointed at the tip somewhere.
Hipsters.
they-
There we go.
Yes. Both dark hair, pale skin. Looks ironically like twins. Vaguely.
Right. Hello, Fala?
Yes, hello. Hi.
Yes, good to see you. Could we get, does everybody want a coffee? Does anybody want tea?
Actually, tea would be lovely, thank you.
Of course.
Tea? One tea?
Yes.
Coffee.
What are
for
these
me.
things?
Oh, coffee's fine.
Coffee?
White, black, or green on the tea.
Green, please.
Lovely.
Okay.
Regular coffee.
Anybody else? Regular coffee?
Oh,
Okay.
I want a coffee.
Let's get him a small coffee. The smallest size you have, actually. Same for the, same for Sales over here. Just the smallest size.
Do you want espresso or just in an
Yes.
espresso cup?
Oh, just regular coffee, please.
Yeah.
No. This is your first time having coffee, Glib, correct?
Yeah.
You should try the regular coffee first.
Well, I
before
assumed
you
the espresso
experiment.
would come out faster.
A thimble, if you have it.
I think just a traditional small cup of coffee. You don't know if you're going to enjoy the taste. It would be a shame to waste anything.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
true.
So
it is the best coffee in every kingdom, so of course you
his-
will enjoy the taste, but
I will pay for everything. I will
thank
front
you.
this bill. How much is it for? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 drinks.
7 drinks, 6 coffees and a tea, yes? That would be
So,
3 gold and 2 silver.
well worth the price. All
Glad
right. Thank you very much. I meaningfully steer everyone away from like the sugar and milk station and just take everything out.
And for
Like-
anyone who's ordered coffee elsewhere, which is entirely up to you, that is very expensive.
Oh, it's so expensive.
Sounds right. Sounds right.
It's well worth it. It's well worth it. Here, and I pass the drinks out to everybody.
Oh, yes, thank you.
So we need to get out of, before you put anything in it, let's get out of eye shot, ear shot, everything.
Oh, that's
Hey,
bitter.
Silas, Silas and Glib, roll me stealth. Silas, at the very least, roll me a stealth check.
I'm gonna use my portent because this is very important. I'm gonna give myself a 16.
Okay, so you were setting
that's
me.
a 16. That's a 16 plus 2, so that's 18.
Yeah. So you do manage to not have Theron glare at you. However, Glib, are you trying to hide that you say this is bitter?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay. So the person who handed the coffees to Silas looks up and says, "What'd you say?"
It's a little bitter. I've never had coffee before.
You get a pass this time.
He's very new to it, exactly. Very sorry. We won't
is
happen
that
again, I
sugar?
promise. I
good.
take him by his shoulders and I push him out the door.
All right, thank you.
You make it away unscathed. Congratulations, you have solved my coffee puzzle.
As
Yeah.
we're walking out of the door, I'm gonna kind of grab Finn by the arm and be like, "Hey, come here, come over
I'm
here."
gonna go with Alan.
I'm gonna stand in front of the open door, outside of the shop, and pour the last of my whiskey into our coffees.
Do I see this happening?
Roll me a perception check.
I'm also going to roll
Do
perception.
we have to roll stealth?
If Alan is trying to hide it,
Nope.
I rolled I believe a 16 for perception.
So,
I did not do well.
so in my left hand, I'm holding the coffee cup, and the other hand is just kind of very gently resting on my hammer.
you do see Thorin give you like daggers and kind of start to come around.
All right, we can go now. I was just curious. Come on.
Do I see them doing it though?
You
Okay,
would,
so
yes, you absolutely.
They didn't, but they didn't pour anything. They didn't change it at all.
I mean, he put whiskey in, yeah.
Oh, he did. Before he did that, I would have cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on Alan
Oh, that's just
and
rude.
yelled to Irde to grab the cup so it doesn't spill.
Great. Yep, got it.
the
Thank
only
you.
thing.
All right, all
wisdom.
right.
I believe
So-
that's a wisdom
so-
save.
It's a wisdom save, yeah.
I don't get advantage on that, do I? Let's see. No, I don't.
I don't believe so. It's not a charm effect.
The only thing worse than doctoring it is spilling a single drop.
That's a 21, my friend.
So you do pass.
Clerics, baby.
you do pass, but yeah, they're trying to keep you from getting hipstered.
So we just.
Can you just wait until we get?
I thought it was. I mean, like, I thought if we were outside the shop, it wouldn't be a big deal. All right, let's just go.
No,
You
but
don't
Let's just walk
understand.
away.
They will literally kill you.
No. Well,
they know.
Why didn't
they
anybody
just
say
know,
that?
They have opinions.
it just
Thoughts.
it just seemed like they were rude. I mean, like, Glib was just got
No.
glared at. Why did I get killed? Let's just go. Let's just walk away.
I will tell you everything later. I promise.
So
Do
I
we
imagine we're
also
all
need to
scurrying.
make sure? Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, I imagine we're all scurrying off at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do we also need to make sure that we're not within visual range of any other mage goals? There are quite a few. This is a bit of a challenge.
change.
If you have been to a Mage Golds, you would know that they are in fact all simulacrum of the same two people. So if any Fala sees it, you'll probably get past. If any Theron sees it, be warned.
So this is
And
turned
that's
into
how this
a
campaign
stealth
just became a
survival game.
manhunt.
Yeah. There's like cones of like Metal Gear.
Yeah.
See there.
Bring what was
There,
that noise?
yeah.
What's that box?
Must have been my imagination.
Somebody spilled coffee.
It's very much the like stealth check in Assassin's
Yeah.
As we are walking, I want to pull everybody into kind of a side alley if I can, if there are any.
There are. The alleys are still well lit and rather nice, but they're slightly away from people because, you're in kind of a wealthier part of town.
Cool.
And then Silus murders all of us.
And then Silus kills everyone.
Just like,
I was
like
level
that we-
20 the whole time.
we went
Surprise!
and got
Fireball!
coffee not with the intention of sitting at the coffee shop and enjoying it, but actually taking it to a dark alley.
Yes.
Somewhere
You never sit in the coffee shop. You always take it and go.
But what if I'm
Learning
working on
So
writing?
many things. Yeah, exactly. What if he's working?
I've
on
got a
Walk and write.
screenplay to write.
Yeah.
I'm working on a play, theater piece.
I want to go into one of the side alleyways, and I want to cast Fog Cloud. I want to pull everybody in close to me, so that they can see immediately, like me in my location.
Yeah.
And I say, I wish that I could do more to hide us at this point, because I have something important to impart upon you.
Silas, I appreciate your caution. Do you think a surprising random fog cloud appearing might draw attention to us?
It's more about what they can't see inside of it, and I
Alright.
will prestidigitate the same monster in my hand, and I will
Hey.
show it to everybody.
Glib slaps it.
Ugly the last time.
You slap my hand and it fades.
Again.
Oh, right.
I prestidigitate it again, and it's just this small holographic image in my hand that kind of like squirms and stuff. And I say, I have an ability to see into the future. Some of you know this already. What I have not told you is that I had one vision a few years ago, around 3 or 4 years ago at this point, in which it was not the day that I saw. I saw years or months, or I'm not sure how far into the future. And these things, these creatures, were everywhere. It was the end. I wanted to go to the library today to find any information on these things. I have received a lead, and I turned to sales. I would like to hire a private investigator to assist me in finding any information about these things. And I would also like to ask all of you, I know we've just met, and I know we don't have a lot of experience with one another, but this is a large undertaking. I am but one person, and I need all the help I can get. So, you of course don't need to agree, but I would be happy if this small adventuring party could have their first client in one of their members.
I'm gonna
Ooh, I'd like to help.
Is this anything that I have seen before? These creatures?
same.
Anyone who would like to can either roll a history or a nature check. I should have given you the nature
So while they're
option.
doing their roll,
Mother, Jesus Christ! That was a 3.
I'm gonna nudge
That was
Glib
a 3.
really quick. Well, you wanted an adventure, didn't you?
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be great. I got an unnatural 20.
14
Very
for
nice.
me.
Wow!
That is impressive. Did anyone else?
One of my d20s will behave for me one day.
Did anyone else
of
roll? Was it?
I know Tim did.
Yeah,
6?
14 for me.
Oh, 14. 14.
Oh, I guess I'll go as well.
Actually, Alin,
Also
I
bad.
will give you advantage on this.
Dun dun dun.
We're off to a good start, boss. We'll find it in
Sailsaba
no
takes
time.
out her notebook and begins sketching the tentacle thing, but it keeps moving, so she just...
I will lean over to a wall next to us, and I will place my hand on it, and a larger image of it appears on the wall.
Okay.
16.
With precision.
16. So we've got 16. We've got 14. We've got. You have no clue. You've got. Sorry, Aym'Bryn. You have
No clue.
no clue. Got it. So Glib and Alin. Both of you. Neither of you know what this is. Both of you do know that it is. It looks an awful lot. Well, Alin, you know it looks an awful lot like something you would find in the sea or water. Glib, you would know it kind of looks like a snake, maybe?
Huh. It looks kind of snaky.
I suppose it does,
It-
yes.
It does. It's. I saw this vision, like I said, 3 years ago, of the world, for lack of a better term, ending. I was stuck in that vision for 3 weeks.
Oh.
I watched everyone die. It wasn't a pleasant experience.
Even us?
I don't quite remember, but it was lots of small flashes, quite rapid, and difficult to perceive, but the screams were there.
Constantly for 3 weeks.
I was in a coma for 3 weeks.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's behind me and in front of me, strangely.
If you
So-
black out on us for 3 weeks when we go to fight this thing, I'm going to slap you with my hammer.
Please don't
Please
do that.
do.
That's not going
it
to
might
help.
wake me up, to be honest.
I don't think hitting anyone with a hammer is how to wake someone up.
Oh, that depends. I mean, if you use this bit right here... Alright.
And these.
I don't believe anybody at the university tried that the first time, so who knows?
Hey, first time for everything, right?
But I promise I will do my best to not pass out for 3 weeks next time.
Well, I mean, if you're coming back with valuable information, maybe you ought to let you.
That's another fair point as well. I have not had a similar vision before or since.
No. See, my thought was that he was in a coma for 3 weeks because he was there.
As Sails finishes drawing the portrait of this creature, I will wipe my hand on the wall and it disappears, and the small image of it disappears from my hand as well. And I will disperse the fog cloud, and just so. That's where I am coming from. That is kind of my whole reason for adventuring. As I said, I don't know when this will happen. It could be months, it could be years, it could be centuries. But any way in which to prevent this from happening or
I've
destroy
never
these
seen
creatures when they're...
I've never seen this creature before, as you know, I've spent my time in a place with a lot of information. But
Me
if
as
you
well.
weren't able to find anything here, I suppose I wouldn't know much more than you anyway.
Well, that's why I've
But,
never seen it.
recent-
Seen stuff like this, not this one, but I've seen stuff like this under the waves.
Oh.
Really?
Have you?
Yeah. Maybe too many
All
books
this
are
to say-
causing the problem.
Well, all this to say, I have recently come into the realization that I have to try to find a new way to find peace, and even though this will be not peaceful, I believe it might show me something new. I would be happy to help you, if I can.
Thank you. I would not force any of you to help me on this. This is a deep undertaking that could result in horrible things for everyone involved.
But it
is
sounds like there are
dangerous,
going to be
but
horrible things if we don't stop it anyway, so...
She's got a point.
Yeah, I would say we're all.
Quite right.
And I'm pretty sure that my father gallivants with terrible things. So, and you've already promised to help me kill him. So,
If killing your father will secure your not loyalty, but trust in this endeavor and allow you to come with us, show me where he is.
oh, I don't know. Actually, we happen to have a PI here, and we already have one person looking for their old man.
Oh,
just
hell,
wait in
that
line.
reminds me. I found an address.
What is the address?
What's the address?
It was sort of on the border between the rich side of town and the the suburbs and the bad side of town.
Yeah.
Just,
He's-
Oh, we get to go to the bad place.
Just I don't remember how many people actually got drunk the night before.
You, Alin, Glib, did you get drunk or did you just drink a little?
Just drink a little bit.
Yeah, so it was just you and Alin.
Well, it seems kind of weird when you just lay it out like that.
Silas got drunk. I thought because didn't he fail his con check or something?
I threw up the
Oh,
gross
Yeah.
that's right. Okay.
egg and whatever. I retched at that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
as far as Fen's
concoction.
concerned, you were hammered, so
Yeah, I got comfortably buzzed.
yeah.
Sure.
So
Were
so
you
Fen's just
comfortable
gonna
with
look
it,
at Silas
Silas?
and just be like, "Look, the funny thing is I've seen you drunk, man. If I wasn't gonna trust you after that, I mean, there's really nothing that would make me trust you. So I trust you. You didn't stab me in the back while you were hammered, and you didn't hit me with a bar stool, which is a plus.
And you didn't hit him with a hammer, so I guess we're all on good terms now,
It's tit for tat for sure.
Wait, this was an option? We could have done that?
No! No!
I mean,
Option?
it is
How did I
fun.
call it a low bar?
I like the way
Well-
you think.
We're gonna have
like
fun.
I said, we have a lead on Alan's difficulties, and I have a lead on mine.
Yeah, I
We're
can.
going to.
I got nothing.
I can just catch up. You know, you don't have to come with me. I mean, you can. I mean, I'm always happy for.
What?
Yes,
what are you
but-
doing? What do you need? What?
Well, I got a lead on where my my dad might be. So figure out it.
Well, then,
before
what
you
are
leave.
we waiting for?
Just at least before you leave town, you know.
Of course.
My issue is not.
Sailsaba clears her throat, closes her notebook. Says, "Pointy-horned man, I accept your job. You are now my client. As well as the dark broody one, I will take him as well if he wants. You are all accepted as my assistants, since you have agreed to join us. However, Aym'Bryn here is top assistant. She is on top, since she was first.
Oh,
Do we get a
oh,
badge?
Let it happen. Just let it
So,
happen.
so we are the assistants then.
Fair enough.
You are the
It's good to have a
client.
leader, right? I think
But
every,
you're
every
also the
group
assistant because you're an assistant to, and she points to Alin, his case. But he is also an assistant to your case. He is also a client.
Oh,
I see.
Sailsaba's very
This all
interested
makes
in being
sense.
able to
Yeah,
break
no,
it.
this actually makes
I-
perfect sense for once, which is kind of weird.
Sales, I do actually have a question. Are there discounts if you are both a client and an assistant? Is there a discount in your pay structure on what you charge for your services?
What is
No,
your
you
charge?
will all give me money.
But I don't have a case.
I don't either. If I'm your assistant, shouldn't you be paying me?
Do you need money?
Not at the moment. I'm very
Oh, then you will not
confused.
get money. You will get other things.
Oh, okay.
I'm personally being paid in exposure.
Aym'Bryn is getting exposure.
That's not going to be so great in the mountains.
I might be able to find exposure.
Valid point. It's all right. Don't worry too much about it. Look, we're going somewhere. I think.
Fine.
Yes.
So- Where are you guys headed off to?
I think we should head off to
Alan's
wherever it is that Alan's father, maybe.
Yeah, nice. All right.
At some point, we are going to have to register with the Hall of Heroes and come up with a name for
Yes.
ourselves.
Yes.
We have to register.
Right.
That.
There's
Yes.
paperwork involved.
Of course. There's
Oh.
paperwork involved for everything.
Right, but we
terrible.
have a
Until-
Silus. He's got to be amazing at that.
It's true. You must love paperwork.
I am quite adept at it. As far as my issue goes, that may be years from now. So the timing on it is not exactly does not need to be expedited, as it were.
Well, that's gonna be a long internship
yeah.
then, buddy.
Oh, what was that?
I said that's gonna be a long internship then.
I'm willing to go through it.
Well, I'm not saying it necessarily needs to be everything we're doing, but if your issues are, if your visions predict the end of the world, it might be a.
It's a bit of a big deal,
Yeah.
but
I would. Yes, that.
as I said, it does not need to be everything. As you said, it does not need to be everything we're doing. We can certainly go on.
But it should probably be a priority.
I was hoping someone would say that, not me, but
I'm happy to say that at the end of the world should be a priority in terms of stopping something.
Yeah, I guess it could be a big deal.
I mean,
However-
if the world ends, none of the other cases matter, do they?
She's got a
Or
point.
are they all solved?
Oh my God,
That
he's
is
got a
also
point too.
Oh,
Oh, boss, you were going to say.
Oh god,
Something-
it's
Oh, yes.
Schrodinger's
Well-
case.
of the two cases that are currently active and have a lead, the one that is closest is the Alan's father, so we shall go there.
Always the
Alright.
pragmatist, boss.
So,
All right, I guess
So,
we're all gonna
yeah.
go.
You set off.
if that is alright with you.
Yeah, well, yeah, no,
Can
that's
pay.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Is what we shall do.
Let us go then.
Fantastic. You
Also,
all
what will we gain from paperwork?
The ability to become official adventurers.
What will that give us?
and all certain perks and privileges that we can, much like your PI badge that you use at the gate, we
Yes.
can get into certain places as official adventuring work.
I'll have
things of that
paperwork?
nature.
Are there tax benefits?
I'd assume so. I'm not quite sure, actually.
Are we registered? Is there like an LLC?
Will someone be itemizing our expenses?
Wow, these are words.
Sailsaba will do
I believe that there are
I'm sure you will,
accountants for
boss.
that,
I'm sure
yes.
you will.
Welcome
Also-
to adventuring bureaucracy.
Yep.
I thought of a name.
There's taxes in this world.
We're walking and talking, by the way.
yes, yes.
You're
Please.
good. Go ahead.
What name did you think of, Glib?
The Magnificent Seven.
That is a good backup, but we will keep thinking on it.
Okay.
Oh no.
You said it's kind of on the border between the suburban area and then
Suburban
the,
and
the bad
kind
place,
of
yeah.
bad part of town. Should we be
Yes.
proceeding with any
Yes,
degree of
with
caution?
caution.
That is entirely up to you.
Assuming I have grown up in this place,
That's true.
I think I would advise, yes, we proceed with caution.
Question: how long does it take to get there?
I mean, technically a while, but because you're in the rich part of town, which is kind
Would it constitute as a short rest? That's the question.
if you would like to take a chariot sort of chariot, what words am I looking for?
Carriage.
Carriage, that's the word. If you'd like to take a carriage sort of ride, I would allow it to count as a short rest, yes.
Do you need a short rest?
Do we want to hail a carriage for 7 people?
I guess how
I
important
think
is
that's a
it?
carriage XL. It could cost
I
extra.
mean, a carriage would probably Irde, you
Yes.
know that this town actually has decent public transportation that is accessible and does not actually cost very much because it's paid for in taxes, because this is fantasy and I can do as I please.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Honestly.
I am God. Public transportation is allowed. Yeah, you'd know that there are like ways to get public transit that aren't too bad, or you can get like a fancy, like.
Are we all right with the public transit of the city? Is that?
I just need a moment to recover. I expended quite a bit of my
Is that all?
prowess.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see it. That sounds
Not
fascinating.
all of it, but a decent amount of it.
So God, is public transit? Can we take a short rest on public transportation?
Yes, you can.
Perfect.
Not
Then
LA.
let us take the fantasy subway. I don't know.
Phantom
Yes.
bus.
The bus, the phantom bus, the phantom bus. Yes.
Let's get this.
Wow.
All right.
started.
So we will take whatever.
All I hear is the Fanta theme in my head now.
I know. I'm sorry. As I said it, I heard it.
I'm getting the we like party.
Yeah.
So God,
Right.
what
Oh,
does
the
this
phantom bus is
public
coming.
transportation look
Everyone's
like?
It is a very, very large, essentially carriage pulled with many large horses that are vaguely magical. It also seems to be magically inclined, as the outside is not actually that large. It does have a large banner across it that says the Boos.
Is it bigger on the inside?
OOS. And you walk in, and it is certainly enchanted. There are chairs, there are people. They all seem to be of different sorts, going to different places.
They stuffed a train car into a tiny carriage.
Yes.
Okay.
Love it.
Yep.
So we take the boost
We take the Boos
to.
to pretty close to the border.
How
or-
and how much is that, by the way?
it is actually free. It is paid for by taxes.
Nice.
So public transportation does not cost money here.
Sailsaba will ride on top.
Sales, please don't. Please come inside.
It does have a little ladder that's kind of like, the double-decker buses in the
Oh,
UK.
I wanna
But
go
there's
there
no
too.
double decker.
But there's no
Is there-
double-decker.
I'll
Your
join
head
them as
just
well.
your head pops up
keeps
out of
her-
the illusion, and you can just kind of like, yeah.
So it's open. It's glamored, but up on the top floor of this structure, we can.
You can kind of like
It's open
see
to the air?
out. Yeah, it's places for people to kind of like see out and then come back down. It's not intended for you to stay the whole ride there. It's more of an emergency exit than anything. The people kind of like to, overuse a little bit, but
I'm just gonna be like watching Sales this entire time. Just like,
She's got everything under control.
yep,
Silas
definitely.
is eyes closed, just concentrating, like trying to meditate, trying to get any residual power from inside of him while all this insanity is going on.
At
The
some
person
point,
next to you
someone
is trying to have a
hears.
conversation with you.
Oh yeah, at some point, there is a person across the bus who's very scraggly, who just kind of looks up and says, "Yeah, meditation, man." That's all.
Moogie is on top of my horns, and she just death glares at him.
Are there like on above the seats? Is there like that kind of luggage rack kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Glib's up there.
Oh, lovely. You get
Fen,
some
they
looks.
have hammocks here too.
no, that's not full. You know what? I'm not even going to try on this one.
Trust me, Irde, sometimes it's better to just let him do his thing.
Oh, better to let someone do their own thing.
It will never happen again. It will never happen again. It'll probably happen again, but I promise I'll at least warn someone first.
Moogie turns
Honestly,
her
that's
head
all
and
I
death
can
glares
ask.
at Fen.
Sorry. I'm gonna just pet Moogie quietly and just be like back to looking at Sales.
Alright. And as your eventful journey on the Boos draws to a close, you come about just inside of the bad place, and that would be your stop that you would know to take. We will take our first break.
Woo! Public transit.
Right, how about this one?
No, not big enough.
This one?
Not enough teeth.
Fine. What about this?
Not quite.
You didn't even look that time.
Fen, that's not a bestiary. That's a colouring book.
Well, maybe I didn't look at it either. Right, how about this one?
No, not big enough.
This one?
Not enough teeth.
Fine. What about this?
Not quite.
You didn't even look that time.
Fen, that's not a bestiary. That's a colouring book.
Well, maybe I didn't look at it either.
Welcome back, everyone. So where we left off before break, the party had made their way across town out of the library and towards the badder side of town, where they had gotten off the bus and headed their way towards the address that our darling Alin had gotten for potentially where his father might be.
Everyone, we should probably keep an eye out. It's not the safest part of town.
Oh no.
I would like to send Mugi up and just have her flying around, like either flying around or standing, or like landing on like the rooftops around us as we go, just keeping an eye on us constantly, and have her alert me if there's anything seedy going on.
Fenn's got his hammer already pulled out and in his left hand, and the sword on his left hip is popped up so he can just grab it real fast.
And just for me, Brion, roll me a perception check for Mugi.
Yes, ma'am, can do. I think she has a +3 for it?
No.
There they are.
Good bird.
Oh, 7 on that one.
Great. Yeah. You walk towards the house in the direction that Irde would be able to guide you. You walk towards the house in the direction Irde would guide you and find a small seaside almost looking shack. It seems to be weather beaten, but it's fairly sturdy. It's got some kind of nice metal work along the side here and there. Yeah.
Does it look like anyone still lives there?
It does look like someone lives there.
Well, this is the address.
Is it possible to walk all the way around this house, or is it butted up against?
It is possible to walk around the house. There is a tiny, what you can assume was trying to be a yard in a past life. Now it looks just a little bit more like a dirt patch, but...
Alin, I don't want to read too much into the situation, but there is some possibility that the person that you're looking for does not want to be found by you. Am I correct?
Well, no, I mean, no. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know. I think, like, he'd want to be found.
All right. I was just wondering if we should be, watching alternate exits, that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. Although, I don't know. I don't know how old these papers were. So I'm just gonna try and do this the old-fashioned way. Yeah.
All right.
You got it, Alin.
We should probably just be on our guard.
Should we stand back a little bit just to be out of the way so it's not like we're coming to your house with a posse of people?
And perhaps give you and your father some privacy, if you would like.
Yeah, I guess if you just want to, like, stand back a little bit. You don't have to, like, hide or anything, though.
I just want to imagine just, like, Alin at the door and just all of us in a line.
Yeah, is there a fence post
make kind of a semicircle behind you.
On the outside of that yard?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have Moogie I'll have her perch on the top of that, and I'll just say, okay, I guess we'll just be, like, around the corner, down the street a little bit. I'll have Moogie stay here.
If you need help, you know to, I suppose, contact the bed.
Does that work, Alin?
Yeah, that works great for me.
Perfect. Yell if you need us.
Yes.
Perfect. I'll yell real loud if things go south.
Please do.
We'll stay within earshot, Alin, just in case.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sailsaba will hang by. Is there a place she can hide?
I mean, it's a street, but it's also the kind of place in town where you could imagine people hanging around awkwardly. Probably not too out of place. If you'd like to roll me a stealth check, you can try to blend in the general.
There's literally a couple dudes like right across the street doing a spice deal right now.
I was going to say, are there other people?
Yeah,
hanging out.
Yeah,
like,
this
around?
is. I mean, it's a slightly nicer part of the bad place, but it's still a bad place. So there's still kind of like hooligans hanging around.
Is anybody paying us
any mind?
Crap.
Yeah.
Is spice a real
you
thing?
Can see. You can roll me a. It will be. You can roll me a perception check.
And I'm doing that.
Those.
Okay, I got it.
Jesus, I need new dice. I rolled an 8.
You rolled
14.
an 8. 14. And then what was the first one I heard?
Oh, I got a natural 1.
You got
I'm
a
sorry,
natural
what
one?
were we rolling for? I was just making sure that spice wasn't a real thing, and it is. So.
And Susie also had 22 on her stealth.
Yeah.
We're looking around, and the one thing we really don't see is Sails.
Sales rolled a 22, you said?
Yes.
And then everyone's perception checks were 8.
I'm going to grab onto Irde's hand, and I'm going to say, just keep walking wherever we're going, and I'm going to phase my eyes out and look through Moogie's eyes and senses.
Okay, I will just, take your arm. Arm in arm, just walking down the street.
By the way, Keeper, I got a 15.
Fantastic. Yeah, you don't see anyone paying particular mind to you.
Okay.
Although once you start acting more and more awkward, a couple of people do shoot you glances.
Yeah, this seems like a good time to re-up my mage armor.
I will say to Irde, without being able to hear what she says, if anything happens, just squeeze my arm, and I'll come back.
Hey guys, don't take this the wrong way, but like I'm just gonna knock on the door, you know. It's
I know.
Sailsaba is already in like a dark corner, like with the fedora, like this. Leaning behind.
Wait, so you have another hat? Because it was a deer stalker last week.
She can switch them out, and the fedora turns everything into like a film noir, black and white sort of thing.
Suddenly, there's like a grainy filter.
Yep.
Harsh lighting on just Sails.
I knew the half-orc would be a problem once he showed up and said, I have a problem.
So yeah, I'm gonna knock on the door.
Alright. You knock on the door, and the door opens, and in front of you is a short dwarf woman who says, "Hello, can I help you?"
Does she look like she might be related?
She doesn't necessarily look related. Roll me a history check.
Do that. Oh, that's nat 20. That's cool.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Finally.
yeah. You have seen pictures of this woman.
Where?
Your father had them on his desk in his
Excellent. I'm sorry. I don't think we've never met. But I'm looking for I'm looking for Captain Bloodmane.
Are you a member of his crew?
I was a carpenter. Yeah.
Of course. Would you like to come inside?
Please. I'll just kind of like look back and like nod over my shoulder if anyone's watching.
Okay, yeah, Moogie clocks that for sure.
Good
Yeah,
bird.
She welcomes you inside. It's a small, kind of run-down shack, but she's done her best to make it warm. The furniture is there, fairly threadbare, but there is a fireplace roaring and a kettle on. She turns to you and says, I honestly have to admit I'd feared the day where someone came from his ship. You don't know me, I apologize. Hi, my name is... my name is Saramara Bloodmane. I suppose you could say I was Viral's wife.
Yeah, I remember your pictures in his cabin. He cared about you a lot.
That's lovely to hear, actually, after all these years.
I take it from your tone that he's not been here.
Not for a really long time, unfortunately. I did get a sort of odd letter from him at one point, just a few years ago, honestly. He was stepping off the boat and coming home, but I don't know what happened. He just never made it here.
Do you remember where that letter come from? Do you still have it?
I do absolutely. And she walks over and picks up the piece of paper and hands it to you. It doesn't have a from on it. It doesn't actually even have his name, but you would recognize the handwriting to be his for sure. It does look like it's the sort of enchanted paper you would know could be used to kind of fold itself into a paper bird and fly off to where it's going. So it doesn't really have a
no
to or
return
from.
address.
No.
I know this is a lot to ask, but I may be able to find people who could help me find him if you let me take this letter.
Of course, anything I can do to get him home, absolutely.
Thank you.
Just take good care of it. It's the last thing of his I have.
I'll take care of it with my life. Don't worry about that.
Thank you. What did you say your name was again? I'm sorry, old mind.
Oh, it's okay. Alin. My name's Alin Mulgrew.
It's very nice of you to be looking for him, Alin.
Thank you. He meant a lot to me. If he does come by, just let him know I'm looking for him.
Absolutely. And he'll know you.
Yeah, he will. Just looking around the house, like kind of glancing around without trying to be rude. What does the inside of the house look like?
Like I said, kind of threadbare. It's more of a shack than a full-on house. It does have a couple of rooms, so it's not complete poverty level, but it's small, dwarven-sized. It's got one big comfy armchair that's been in a lot. A small dented tea kettle. Of course, dwarves, so there's actually quite a good amount of like really pretty like metalwork around, and you do see a small jeweler's station in the corner. But yeah, it's just small, homey.
Okay. Yeah, I don't, I'm sorry, I'd hoped to come here. I don't know, I guess I just thought he would be here, but, he's not, so. But I'm gonna find him.
I believe you. You're the first person I've heard about even looking, so it's nice to have someone even come by who knew him.
Well, admittedly, if anyone else from the crew comes looking for him, it's probably best to say you don't know him. Or say that he died. I don't know if anyone else is going to be looking for him for the reasons I am. He did leave us, and his first mate took over, and it wasn't good. So, if any word gets out that he may be alive, I'm worried that someone may come looking for him here too. So, just be wary.
Of course. Thank you. I'll remember that.
Yeah, gods look over you. And then, as I'm walking out, I'm just gonna drop 5 gold on the nearest side table or table.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And make my way back outside.
You make your way outside. She closes the door behind you with a small wave and a thanks.
During this conversation, Sailsaba would probably have tried to sneak to a window or the door just to see how much she could hear.
Pia.
Fair enough.
Same for Moogie, actually.
Moogie can make me a stealth check at advantage because a crow,
She's a bird.
raven, burb running around, not surprising. Cat person, however, should probably make me a stealth check as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Not
She
at
can just use some
advantage.
forced perspective, so she looks like she's a regular cat but far away.
So Moogie got a 19 on stealth.
Very nice. All right, and
Stealthy
then
Sail's got an 18.
very nice. Okay. I can. This is really just gonna be. Yeah, she done knows. And then perception checks for both of you as well. I would think for listening in to a
Wait.
window.
Sorry, what were your guys? What were your stealth checks again, real quick?
18 and 19.
Damn. All right, cool.
you were rolling perception. To
No,
see
I
if
just
you
looked
could
at my
see.
passive.
He trusts his friends. They
I don't
never
even
do anything
bother.
like that.
Never do.
Am I rolling with my perception or with Moogie's perception since I'm looking out of
Moogie's
her?
perception, because
Okay.
it still would be her stats that would exist even if it's your eyes.
That's better, but it's still bad. So that's a 6 in total.
6.
Sail's got a 16.
Moogie gets nothing. It's glass, and she's a burb. Sails, you get something about a ship. You get something about a captain. You get something about a first mate. And you see the letter change hands, and that's pretty much all you got.
There goes
if
all
she's
those notes.
stealthy. Writing in her notebook.
So as I'll just walk out back to the mic. All right, guys, wherever you are, you can.
As you're
I will
walking,
give-
Sails will come up behind you and be like, "Hello."
I will give Silas a little
Oh, hey.
squeeze so he can come back.
My eyes flash back, so you just see them go from like a dull blue to the shining blue that they normally are.
I believe Alin is finished with his.
Yes, I saw. Right, let's go rejoin.
Did you find what you were looking for?
No, I did not.
I'm
but-
sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I got something I needed. So might be able to put it to use, but not yet.
Let's hope. Well, I hope so.
Thank you for your support. Thank you all of you for coming out here with me. You didn't have to do that.
It's best not to travel alone in this part of town.
I gathered that as well. Yes.
We got your back.
I just raised the
Thanks,
hammer.
Glib. All right, so
Just
I
wanted
guess
to hold
we
my
can,
hammer.
what's next on the case list? Saving the world?
Real quick.
It's up there,
Let me
it's up there.
let me double check some things real quick.
Oh, that's right. We do have 15 other open cases to handle.
That is fair.
Now that we're resistance, that's our responsibility. So
It is indeed, actually.
Just like a list of cases.
I'm
Yeah.
glad to
To-do
see you all
list.
taking your responsibilities so seriously.
Okay, everyone but Silus and Aym'Bryn, out of the corner of your eyes, you do see a shadow kind of like duck around a corner and scamper away.
Sails immediately gives chase.
Sails, where are you going? Sails?
I will
Yeah.
chase to Sails.
yep, go after her.
She's going.
All right.
Going together.
I
Cast
guess we're
Mage
doing
Armor on
this.
myself and head out. I don't want to know what this is, so I cast Mage Armor on myself. And
The game is afoot.
I'm confused.
Switches to Deer Hunter.
And away we go.
I also set Mugi to flight again so she can track sails from the air.
Alright, okay, so now you're chasing after it. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Everybody?
Yeah, what's that?
Anyone who is paying attention, like if you are paying attention to the shadow that was seen, and or if you are paying attention to, well, if you're paying attention to just sails, not an issue. If you're also paying attention to the shadow that some of you saw,
I'm gonna say yes because I did see the shadow.
Silas and Mugi would definitely just only be like
Just following it.
everyone else.
Not great. 13.
13. And Sails, what did you get? 15. Got it. Yeah, you do kind of lose track
Wait, hang on.
of the.
Dirty 20.
Hey,
Cleric!
wisdom.
Not my strong suit.
Me neither.
So you keep better track of the shadow than anyone else does. You do see a small humanoid figure kind of ducking and weaving through people, but you do end up losing track of the figure as you draw closer to a little outcropping of stores and things like that. You do see 2 stores in front of you. You see, actually, you see 3 stores in front of you. You see, well, which ones do you see? Sorry. You see Gulfwind's Farm and Mercantile. You see, where is it? Sassandra's Serendipity. You see, where are the magic shops? I know I have the magic shops. Oh dear. Where did I lose that?
Oh, this is all within Sketch City, right?
Yeah, this is kind of like, there's like a little shopping center type thing that...
So
Sketch
it was
City.
Gulf. Yes, that's in my notes. It's official. That's Gulfwind's Farm and Mercantile, and then what was the second one?
Gulfwind's Farm and Mercantile. You see Sassandra's Serendipity. And then you see... Where the monkey butts did it go? Plane shifts, trinkets, and gifts.
Are there any animals around?
You can roll me a perception check if you'd like.
That's going to be a 20, unnatural, or dirty 20.
Well, you've got a very large cat person. You have a raven. There are some like
a bird.
that is not
No,
actually
it's
a
not
bird.
actually an animal.
You do see some rats kind of running around, a stray cat a couple of doors away, but there's nothing really.
Was I close enough to the figure to get a scent on him?
No, as soon as you guys kind of like noticed that, they were already running away when you noticed them. Whatever it was.
I'd like to cast Speak with Animals and ask the cat if they saw who ran by.
Fantastic, yeah, you cast Speak with Animals, and the cat just kind of goes, weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Weird. Small weird.
Well, you don't have to get personal about it.
No. Yeah, what? Yes.
Where did it go?
Ran stores. Back.
Back?
Ran stores. Back.
Which store?
The stores. Stores?
That's fair.
It seems a little like it didn't really keep track of the small running thing that...
Alright, well thank you. It sounds like it's in one of the stores.
Does it have an idea of what it was, or?
Small and weird.
It ran into one of the stores.
Did it go into one of the stores, or just it ran back out of a store?
It ran into the back of the stores.
It's at the back of the stores.
Oh.
What?
Is there an
what is it?
alleyway
I
that we
didn't-
can?
Yes, I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything.
There was a shadow. I lost track of it very quickly, unfortunately, but
I almost got it.
Thank you, Cat.
I start patting
Thank
down
you.
all of my
yeah.
belongings just to check that
I'm
we're...
gonna do the
Oh
same.
yeah, quick check.
You can roll me investigation checks.
I'm gonna go ahead,
Oh,
go ahead
no.
and make a run for the back of the stairs.
Can
Yeah.
Mugi give me the help action as she's pecking through my stuff as
Yes,
Yes.
you can give you the help action.
Well, I guess I think I have all my stuff. I rolled a 10.
Is there anyone around that looks like they're keeping
Mhm.
careful track? I mean, there wouldn't be perhaps a guardsman or anyone around.
Yeah, but was
anyone who
anyone
seems
watching
like
us?
they're keeping a good eye. Oh, I was thinking
Not-
might have seen the
Oh
passerby.
yeah.
No one really seems to be paying attention. You know how in bad parts of New York no one meets each other's eyes?
Yep.
It's very
imagine.
that. No one
I
really
gotta-
keeps track of anyone else.
I got a dirty 20 on my investigation.
You know that nothing is missing from you.
I got an 18.
Nothing is missing from you.
So alleyway, is there an alleyway that goes to the back of the stores? A way to
yeah.
get there easily?
Yeah, there's an alleyway that goes to kind of this collection of... It's
do
almost like a
all of
little
the
strip mall.
stores? Do all of the stores have back doors?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thought I'd ask.
Is there a fire escape or other easy means to reach the top of the buildings?
There is a fire escape along the back. All of the stores are kind of connected in a sort of like strip mall type of thing.
Okay, we'd already have to be at the back before we could ascend
Yeah.
easily,
Yes.
except perhaps for sales.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Some-
climbing speeds and all that. Yes.
Yeah, so just like not even stopping running. Like when they stop to look for their stuff, I'm just gonna keep running for the back.
Fair enough. Yeah, you see nothing.
I'll go with you.
Is there another way?
Oh no! I just as you run, I'm just like,
Oh.
Yes, are we? Perhaps we should.
should we?
I'm gonna follow Alan.
Yeah, as soon as I find that I've got all my stuff, I'll
All right.
book it.
Yeah, what kind of trail?
I will follow as well.
You see nothing in the back?
Is there any? I mean, what kind of road are we on? Is there like dirt? Or could we be like? Is there any dust tracks or?
Mhm.
It's very much a like alley sort of run down. It looks like there might be some like places to tie up a horse back there, but it's generally just the back of some stores.
Is it
Right,
like
but-
cobbled streets, like any footprints or anything like
Yeah.
that?
No particular footprints. Everything here is kind of a broken cobblestone.
Damn it.
Do any of the doors look like they recently have been opened?
I don't know how you'd necessarily be able to
I mean, like,
know
are any
that.
of them ajar or anything? Is like
No, none of the
Okay.
doors seem to be ajar.
Okay, hold on. Why are we chasing after this
I'm
thing?
not entirely sure.
Saw a
I'm-
shadow.
Something was
We are
watching us
chasing
while we
after
were
it
in
because
there.
Sales saw a shadow at the corner.
apparently.
It did run from us, so
Yes.
you know, her instincts might have been correct.
It runs.
Because
I
a
will
giant cat person was chasing after it. I'd run if that happened too.
It ran first.
A different cat called it small and weird.
Is that
Okay.
a reason to persecute it?
I don't know. It just
Are we
seems weird.
persecuting it?
Might be
We
good to
don't
at least
need
find
to
out
control-
why it was running.
If we have all of our things, I don't know if we need to necessarily pursue this further. But
We can
if,
go into
if,
each of the storefronts and see if they are in there. And then if they're not, then if we absolutely need to, we can go into the back.
I don't think we need to break into the back. I don't know if that's entirely necessary.
Do we want to call it break in? We just call it opening the door crack and seeing if they're there.
No, I like that.
I don't know if the doors would... be open. I think if we're unlocking the doors in any way, that's probably breaking in.
Well, either way, maybe somebody should be back here to keep an eye, just in case they come back out the
That's
back
true.
doors.
I can leave Moogie here if you absolutely insist. She can watch over it.
No, it's
Okay.
If you'd like, okay, well,
I have her
we can
fly
go
up to the
into the
top.
store. I don't even know what we are asking after.
I appreciate the effort, but I think it's gone. I think we're wasting our time.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to agree with Alin on this one. I think we have too much time.
I don't know what.
I don't know what we're
even
looking
doing.
for. What are we looking for in the first place? So, Sail,
Whatever
unless
that
you
was.
know.
Yeah,
It-
boss,
I'm-
do you
Get
think
me in,
there's a
I
reason?
can check their stores. And no
For
one
what?
will be the wiser.
But for what?
Shadow. Shadow went in there.
But there are shadows everywhere.
This was a special shadow.
This one's moving.
Shadows
not often
move.
they
That's
do that.
how. That.
What if we?
Irde's just gonna like wave her hand over the ground, just like shadows move. That happens, and if something
Briefly,
was
Sailsaba is distracted, but it remains very focused.
Are we perhaps thinking that this might not be a coincidence? Is that what I'm to gather? From
That's
this?
exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah.
It
if
does
it does
seem,
not want to be found.
it does seem awfully strange that right after Alin left his father's house, this thing went running into an alleyway.
Well, I mean,
Can
if
I-
he thinks. Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, please.
I was gonna say, can I cast detect magic?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my eyes flash blue again. I just want to look around and see if I see any illusion or like conjuration or any kind of magic essence around here.
Not. Yeah, you see no magic in the back area there.
Well, let's you said we had paperwork to do, right?
To Hero's Hall, I think would
Yeah. Maybe we go ahead and go there, but just keep an eye out.
be. Hmm.
Make sure nothing sneaks up on us. I
Sounds.
don't know. Something about that just gave me the, what do you call it? The heebie-jeebies?
Oh, I know him.
That's fair.
Do you? I was
no,
wondering if
I-
that was a phrase.
That's not
I
the
think-
friend of yours that mugged me, is he?
No, I don't think that was him. Well, wait, if it was heebie-jeebie, who would not be here?
Yes,
I
good to
have
In
know.
your
cons-
mind for one moment, Glib, would just be an absolutely pleasurable experience.
Yeah.
I have a concern. I am very concerned all of a sudden. But that's alright. I'm just going to put that feeling aside for now.
Sometimes it's just best to roll with it and just don't ask questions, You just gotta keep looking ahead and ignore what they're saying.
I blatantly disagree, but we should be.
But
on.
we should go to Heroes Hall. As we go to Heroes Hall, I would like
Does
to make
anybody
sure
need
to
any
keep
goods? We're at the store.
I would love to go in and find any spell scroll that any shop has, but I am low on funds and probably could not afford anything. But we could go in and see. Silas is getting a little excited.
I'm gonna push Silas into the magic shop. Come
Okay.
on, Bone Boy.
So there is Sussandra's Serendipity, which seems to have a strange bubbling cauldron on top. There is Plane Shifts. Where did that word go?
Trinkets and gifts.
Trinkets and gifts.
Trinkets and gifts.
That one. Silas goes into that one.
That
Alright.
one.
I'm gonna follow Silas in for stores.
I've just got my hands on Silas's shoulders. Bruce just like, okay, let's go. Show me what you want.
As they enter, Sailsaba will wild shape into an actual cat and dart inside underneath their
We didn't even mean for
I
this
can
to
talk to her
happen.
now. Well, I haven't before, but
You could have talked to her.
You walk inside, and it is a very strange experience. Not necessarily for meta, but for the characters. There are small city replicas. There are little things that said Liacidwin, been here, done that. There's a shirt that says, my friend went to Liacidwin and all I got was this stupid t-shirt. There are bumper stickers. There are stuffed animals. There is a pickle in a jar.
It's kind of like those, you can get those designer mugs at Mage Golds that, say the city. Like, we had one in Zades.
yes.
Zades and, the university and, all those special things, around the mug, if you like. I think I saw some at least.
I would like to see if there is, the little shot glasses that say Liacidwin that with absolutely the ugliest shot glass that exists.
It is like several different colors of glitter swirling together, like someone threw up glitter on it. And it says Liacidwin in just shiny silver letters. It is obnoxious, but it does exist, yes.
They
I will
don't have
pick
a
that up.
keychain with my name on it. The closest one is Glarb.
You hear a voice from behind the counter go, yeah, sorry about that.
No,
So,
that's okay.
how you folks doing?
Well, good afternoon.
Brilliant, yes.
Hi.
Do you sell just trinkets and curios here? Do you have
No,
any spells of magic or anything?
I have the most magical thing you could possibly imagine. This right here.
My eyes are still glowing, by the way. They're still detect magic for probably 6 more minutes.
And there are some things around that seem to be magical. They have some like wings on them. You do see a little pendant in the corner, like in the back corner of the cash register area, that has a small book on it that is glowing in magic. However, the thing that he lifts up is in fact an apple in a glass and is not magical. And he says, this apple, it's teeny, and it is a small apple. And I call this an apple teeny.
That is a magical portmanteau.
Portman what?
Combination of words, my mistake. I'm interested in it as well, but I'm also interested in that small charm, the book that you have back there.
What? No, that's not important. However, I can show you this.
I think
And
it would
he
be
lifts
very
up-
nice if we could see that charm, though.
I really must insist.
Please.
It seems to be calling out
Also,
to me.
is
It's
there a
relevant to my
malevolent
interests.
shadow that came through here?
And so sorry. The guy kind of freezes and looks at all of you for a second, and then just kind of like clutches his heart and goes, "It," and falls over.
Oh, we killed him!
God,
Insight check.
I am hopping over the counter.
Is he dead? Is this dude dead?
The cat is already in the
You
back
can-
looking around.
You can roll me a
Like a medicine?
if you're looking for if he's dead, roll me a medicine check. You can roll your insight check if you'd like.
I'm gonna roll
that is
insight.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Share people fake
I am.
That is a dirty 20 insight.
That is a
for,
natural
medicine.
failure.
Ah,
a
that's a
natural
4.
failure. So I'm just like,
Okay.
what the?
Yeah, you guys are completely confused. Silas, this guy is not lying.
He fully died.
He looks dead. A couple of minutes later, Sails, in front of you, walks up a pair of legs that says, "Hey, you are not supposed to look like that, and you're not supposed to be here. Get back out into the store."
Is it like, is it this big person or is this a cat?
Looks the exact same
It's a cat.
as the guy who was out in front. Like, looks exactly like the guy who was out in front, but is looking straight at you as the cat and telling you you're not supposed to be there. Walks out, says, "Hi folks, sorry about that, I'll be right with you." Lifts the body over his shoulder, throws it into the back room, and then walks back out. "So, how can I help you again? You wanted to see something?"
Excuse me, is your...
What are you talking about?
Is that your twin? Are you alright? What?
Don't worry about that. It's no big deal. Just can I help you with something? Have you
Fenn's
seen
drawing his
the
sword
pickle
and-
jaw?
Excuse me,
pointing it at this dude.
Fen. And I'm just gonna like hand on top of the blade.
There is
Please?
a corpse in that back room.
I understand that, but we don't need to get into a
in
fight
the
right
back
now.
room.
Question.
Yes.
So, 2 questions.
Yes.
When I looked at the pendant with the book on it, what school of magic was it? I know it's a very difficult question.
No, you're good. I'm just
especially with items.
I'm trying to remember what school of magic this would fall under. Evocation.
Evocation. And another question. Did the guy appear magical when he died? or before he died?
He's not a race that you could particularly pin down.
Okay.
Seems like a weird mix between a halfling and a dwarf, maybe? Sort of. But, you know.
A real
dwarfling. A dwarfling, yes.
A dwarfling, yeah, it's kind of a weird mix of, but like, nothing particularly over the top magical, except now that standing in front of you is an exact replica who speaks and acts exactly the same.
Alright, I'm going to get on the other side of this counter, and I
mean, do you have to? This is my place of business!
No,
because he hopped
over the counter.
Oh, okay.
To inspect the man who
That's,
died.
That's fair. Yeah, thank
Finally,
you, sir.
some service.
That is very nice of you. I think, Mr. Sword Guy person, I don't mean to judge. Maybe we got off on the wrong foot. My name is the bartender. If you could
your
put
name
your
is
sword
the
away.
bartender.
Yeah, I am.
You are
the
going to
bartender.
be the first person. You are going to be the first bartender I have ever met that I don't like.
Well, there's that bird.
Well, that seems rude.
Please,
He didn't speak.
Does the bartender have a discernible gender?
He seems to be male.
Mr. the bartender. I apologize for
You're
all.
lovely.
Thank you. I understand that this was a whole misunderstanding. You must understand, though, we are not accustomed to people falling dead in front of us and then.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I don't think it would behoove you to lie to us at this moment.
No, you fully died. I checked. I
am standing right here.
You threw a body over your shoulder and carried it back.
Yeah,
we understand.
no.
Thank you.
You're standing right here. The dude that was here before croaked, and then you threw him into the back.
I don't remember ribbiting.
Irde is gonna just stand up to her full height, which, if this person is a halfling dwarf, is probably at least 2 or 3 feet taller than him, and just say,
12.
Please, if you wouldn't mind, we just wish that you would explain what happened. We wouldn't want anything. We wouldn't want any news to go awry if there was nothing to be worried about.
Roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Fair enough.
I mean, typically, what are we going to do? We're going to report the murder of someone that when we
or
describe
you can
him,
roll
that
me.
he's going to...
You can roll me a straight intimidation check. I will let you do either of those.
I want to assist.
Can he assist?
Yeah, I mean, technically he's got a sword to the guy's throat, so sure, I guess.
So can I roll intimidation at advantage? Because
yeah,
cool.
I'll let you roll intimidation at advantage.
That is finally something I'm kind of good at, a 17.
A 17. Great. And this is intimidation, yes?
Yes.
Guy looks between you, guy looks between Fen, guy's hand goes back to his chest and goes, and falls
All right,
over.
I feel like I'm understanding what's going on
this
here.
Is happening,
I actually
I am
feel
going
better
to,
about it now that it's
I'm going
again.
to mage hand the amulet, or the trinket off, and just grab it and look at it.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's magical. It's got a book on it.
Does it have any price tag or anything? I don't want to steal from this guy.
No,
but if he's gonna keep on dying, I'm just gonna
Just
take it.
leave whatever you think is fair on the counter and then just...
It does not. It does not have a price tag on it.
If I look at it, I understand that I don't have detect magic up, so I probably couldn't figure it out. Is this just like since this whole store is trinkets, do I get the feeling that this is just a trinket that has like a charm on it? Is it worth actual money?
I can't. I have to say you wouldn't necessarily have a way to discern that.
Okay.
Real quick, it did look like it was for sale, though, right? It wasn't on display.
No, it does not actually. It doesn't necessarily. Nothing in this shop particularly looks like it's for sale or not for sale. In all honesty, it's kind of a
like
mishmash.
An antique store. It's like
everything's kind of laid out, and it's
a tourist trap.
It's a tourist trap
Yeah.
in a town that doesn't get a lot of tourists.
Right.
But it looked like it was displayed in the same manner as the other things around it. It wasn't like
No,
that
not
thing
really.
was-
It's in a back corner behind the cash register.
Okay,
That's what I kind of suspected.
I put it back. I'm not gonna steal something that's full
Yeah.
on not for sale.
As you're putting it back, another copy of the guy walks out and says, "I will be right with you." Hey, don't touch that. It's not yours. I will be
It's
right
all
with
Mage
you.
hand in. It's not me. I'm far away from it.
I mean, yeah, but
I think in
Yeah.
all of the hubbub, Irde has actually forgotten about the shot glass and accidentally put it in her pocket or bag.
that's fair.
I just want an ugly shot glass.
That's fair. The bartender does kind of nod, a respectful nod to Moogie. Picks up the body, says, "I will be right with you folks," and throws it in the back room and says, "Now."
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
In
Let's
the
go.
time where he
Yeah,
throws it
yeah.
in the back room, can Sailsaba go into the back room?
And are we able to get a glimpse of what that room looks like as he opens the door? And...
If you'd like, yes, sure. Go ahead and try to roll me a perception check. Sales, try to roll me... I'm trying to decide if this would be stealth.
Did
or
not
if
go
this
into
would
my
be-
box. There we go.
I guess I'd say dexterity check of a cat. So,
18.
cat stats. 18 for a perception check?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll roll one after as I'm being dragged out by Silus because I'm not turning my back on this dude.
Oh, I am just saying I'm leaving. I'm done.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
like,
backing
"Peace."
out.
Instead of trying to get a glimpse of the room, could I change the action that I take if I notice Sails trying to get into that room? Is there any way that I could assist?
Distraction.
You could try to distract him. I will let you roll me. I will let you roll me, I think, a persuasion check, I guess.
All right. Yeah, I'll just kind of come up right up to the counter. That is a fascinating trick. Now I simply must know more. 13.
13, okay. And Sales, go ahead and roll me a dexterity check at advantage.
That is a 19.
And that's with the cat stats, not your own stats, yes?
Yes. Same.
Okay. Yeah, you go into the back room. The bartender is happily chatting away with Aym'Bryn. It's bare. It's just a dark, bare room. There are some stairs. There is a pile of kind of looks vaguely like body parts in the corner.
I go there.
Yeah, you go closer. These body parts are hollow, and they kind of look like a mannequin would.
Can I sense anything? Can I smell anything off of it? Does it smell like the bartender?
You do actually see the two most recent bodies on top of this pile, and they do smell like the bartender, but you don't really sense anything off of it other than just like, this is this guy. What? This is weird.
I take the stairs.
The stairs lead to a door.
Curse my lack of
Cat's
opposable
natural enemy.
thumbs.
Doors.
No.
Curses!
Meow loudly works every time.
Sales will attempt one loud plaintive at the door, and if anyone opens it.
You do not hear anything behind the door. Aym'Bryn, you hear you're in the middle of this. Goes, wait, what's that? What? Cat? What?
Oh no,
Sailsaba
I'm awfully
will
sorry.
then
That's a
dart all the
allergies
way
in a
back
new
out
city.
the door and out the store.
Would the book motif mean anything to Glib, or is it different?
Roll me a history check.
I roll this one as
Or
well.
actually, I would say intelligence check.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Irde, you could roll me a history check. Glib, I would just say straight up intelligence.
That's gonna be an 18.
18? It looks extremely familiar.
13. So
13. Yeah, this is not something that you would necessarily know.
Yeah.
Would I have any knowledge of it?
I mean, you can try.
I will try.
It would also be a history check.
Natural 2. So
No.
plus 6.
Which, yeah, even with the +6, not really. Glib, but it does look familiar to you.
Mr. the bartender, I want that charm.
I'm sorry, that's not for sale.
Why not?
Because that is mine.
Can I have it then? If it's not for sale.
It is not for sale. It is also not for giving.
Oh.
It is mine.
But what if I said please?
That's very sweet of you. I would give you some pickle juice.
Ugh.
And I
Why
think it's
is it-
time to do a warlock thing. So
shit.
Glib has what's called Fey Presence because he has a Fey patron, and so as an action, he can kind of insta charm or insta fear people if they fail a charisma saving throw.
I wish I was in there so badly.
Me too.
Your Fey presence seeps out of you. You know how this goes. You've used it a little bit here and there. It's not the most common thing for you to use, but it has been used. You start to glow and glimmer with ethereal power, and the bartender just looks at you and goes, "Nice."
Can I have it now?
No.
Oh, okay, well that's fair.
Mr. the bartender, I do actually wonder why do you have it displayed if it isn't for sale? Doesn't that confuse your patrons?
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 Different patrons, darling.
Patrons?
Your customers. Doesn't it confuse them?
I mean,
As it confused us.
See, here's the thing. There aren't a lot of people who come in here.
Of course.
So,
So
no.
best wouldn't it be best that you would like to make a sale? And we are very interested in this.
I mean, that'd be great, as long as it wasn't this. You know?
But
this is
God,
like
I
the
want it
thing.
so
This is my
bad.
thing. It's very good, and I'm sure that you would like it so much. But see, here's the thing. No.
Okay.
perhaps then
Definitive.
I can tell you do not want this.
I do have a snow globe. If you'd like, I can give you a snow
I'm
globe.
fine, thank you. I do appreciate that you are not going to sell it to us, and that is fine. Just for your business practice, I would suggest perhaps removing it from the shelf, lest more people who come through the town be as confused as we were.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you for your wonderful suggestion.
I'm sure you will.
How big is the charm?
Silus, my bad. I was wrong. It is not. I looked at it for a second. It is not evocation. It is actually divination. Sorry, what?
I would have stolen it.
No! I'm sorry. That was my bad. I got it wrong.
How big is the charm? Like just
Um,
size?
It's a like pendant size. It's about that big. Kind of looks like. a
Oh
medal.
no. Silas the good
Silas
boy.
knows it's divination, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have stolen it, but I really want divination stuff.
So, as Sails goes out, she's going to grab onto the charm with her mouth and hightail it out of the store.
I will be trying to assist by continuing this sort of philosophical debate of perhaps you should not display merchandise you don't intend to sell.
Oh, yes, also... Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, I wanted to... It's still hanging on something higher?
Yeah, it is. It has like a little hook that.
Oh, you
seems
know,
to be in the
actually,
corner.
I
Can
absolutely
I,
forgot.
I am also possessed with the cantrip Mage Hand. Could I just gently suggest, not pick it up, but just suggest it off the hook so that Sails could reach
Could
it?
he?
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And
This
I am going
pendant better be worth it.
Right?
It's not going to be.
It's not, but we're doing this
not.
anyway.
There's no
We're just
way.
really
Like a
angry.
pendant of like dark
Not
vision
gonna
or
be worth
something.
it.
Can I make
Gonna
an
be
argument
dark vision.
that Irde is helping me be stealthy because she's...
Yes, I would like to actually, I totally forgot. In all of the hubbub of
You go ahead and make me a persuasion check. Depending on the outcome of that roll, we will go with it.
All
I
right.
rolled embarrassing
Our
badly.
first
I'm
heist,
gonna have
guys.
to turn in my roguish badge. I think.
A persuasion check. Please be good to me, dice.
The heist.
Sails is like slowly climbing up.
You did not get advantage.
No. Okay, 12.
You actually see him look straight at the hand and go, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Just trying to get a closer look.
You would also know, mage hands don't normally have a whole lot of visible things. Mage hands aren't usually super seeable, unless I'm wrong.
They are.
No.
I'm
They
not
are
that
seeable.
kind of rogue, so mine is
My
totally
bad.
visible.
Okay.
I think
have
it also
played
has
with-
verbal and somatic components, so it's not.
Yeah.
Right, it's just-
I
believe
have
it's just
played.
somatic.
I have played with lots of weird homebrew rules sometimes, so good to know.
Ah.
They are visible.
There's a type of rogue, and/or I will
It
get it. It will be able to be done later that way, but
Yep.
I'm not that.
That,
Arcane
that would make
Trickster.
sense. That would
I'm
make
a
sense
different
for the
sort.
person I know that does
Wow.
that. Yes.
Um.
But yeah. Yeah. He looks at the hand. He says, "I wouldn't do that."
I hold up both my hands, and the mage hand also comes back to me and goes.
It's a third hand.
Sails, go ahead and make me.
I would actually, in order to assist Sails, though, I would like to pull out the shot glass. In all of the hubbub of everything, I actually forgot how much is this. In order to distract him from
make
Sails.
me another persuasion check.
Oh God. I have really good persuasion. I'm just rolling so badly.
Yeah, you're a sorcerer.
Oh, but this helped me. That was a 25.
Oh, nice.
Okay, very nice. Yeah.
He's been trying to sell that for a century.
I just really want the ugly shot glass.
For a halfling, that's actually...
This is a weird party, guys.
We are dealing with an archfey right now. You all understand this, correct?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
We're all gonna die.
Yep, but that's okay.
Spoilers,
Sails.
this is Glib's patron.
Sails, go ahead and roll me a acrobatics check or athletics check. It's gonna essentially be opposing grapple checks. But you get advantage because of Irde.
I am legitimately trying to buy a shot glass. I don't know
You
why.
And he will say, "Oh, that thing, that is very nice. In fact, it is handmade, very well crafted by the most talented halfling glassmaker I know. That would be 5 copper pieces."
A native to Aym'Bryn, is it?
Yes.
That's lovely. I did not actually realize the amount of glass blowing that was
It's a
little bit of
blossoming community. You would
Oh,
be
of course,
surprised.
yes.
Yeah. Sails
just like the
looks at
entire
it.
time, like looking at Sails, like, did you get it?
11.
darn it.
So while he's looking at Irde, he once again reaches out a hand, grabs you by the scruff of the neck, and says, "You are not a very good cat. Seriously, you need to just. You don't
Look at that
right."
darling thing. And Irde is going to just put her hands out, and is like, may I pet the cat, please? Please.
And he will hand you the cat, and he says, "You know that's a
I love animals.
right. It's a wonderful, wonderful cat."
I like animals.
Very much. Animals are great, usually. Animals are great. That
Anyway,
is a-
here are
Are
your
you a
5.
fae?
Here are your 5.
What?
Are you a fae?
I've just remembered we had an appointment with some paperwork.
And once again, the
paperwork
death
was
happens. He grasps his chest and once again dies.
Grab it and go. Grab it and go. Let's
I
go.
am going.
I feel badly about it, but we do have a 5-second window right now. Yes.
Yep.
or no?
Okay. Sails get the thing. Sails go. Sails go. Sails go.
You just throw her toward it.
She will.
I just shot and put a cat.
Oh, he fainted.
I am going to put the go.
Calling it as we leave the store with the pendant, he just doesn't. He stops regenerating. That's the one
And
thing
you guys,
that I'm afraid of.
I'm gonna leave the 5 copper, grab my shot glass, and then
Yeah, you hear the rustling in the back room. But you guys do manage to get out the door just in time.
Did we get the thing?
You seem to have the thing for now.
We have the thing for that. So
Nice.
Thing grabs its chest. And
Oh my god,
Beautiful.
look at Susie.
We have the thing until Susie suddenly grabs her chest and turns
and
into
then oh
swallows it.
no! I will take the pendant from Sails' mouth and I hand it to Silus.
What did you do?
Nothing. But let's walk quickly.
It's complicated. We should go. We should really go now. We should go. We should
I
go.
want
Usually
to
only
kill
open
him.
until 2 or 3.
No. I think murder would be slightly worse.
I'm gonna remind you that killing him is not hard.
Yeah.
You've already done it twice.
Very
3 times.
very hushed tones. Silas is like,
I did
I
not
think
steal
he's
it.
like your bird.
I did not steal him. I did not steal the pendant. I did not.
Sales with if Aym'Bryn consents will maybe climb up your leg and kind of be on your shoulder.
Oh, certainly.
Very innocent.
I purchased a shot glass and pet.
I got a hood you can kind of tuck this.
Alin, who had been leaning on the wall outside, and then just kind of trots along with you guys as everyone comes running out. It's like, man, you guys seem to have a lot more fun shopping. That's you guys are weird. I like it.
He was a fascinating person to talk to.
I am very. You believe Glib he was an archfey?
No, I don't know. I just asked him and he fell
And
over.
I mean, I feel like that perhaps would be a reason to believe he was.
Can I? Is there a? This is an odd question to ask, especially in the sketchy part of town. Is there a jeweler? I'm talking to Irde. Is there a jeweler nearby?
Do I know if there's a jeweler nearby?
The closest place that you would think would have any sort of jewels,
probably not in the sketchy side of town.
Yeah, no, most of them.
There's not a place on the corner that just says "We buy gold."
Checks cashed here.
But I would assume.
They would mostly be in the wealthy side of town.
I would say not here, but and the wealthy side of town. Do you mean like the actual wealthy side of town, or the place that is called the?
Like the actual wealthy side
of town.
The
would
wealthy
I know
side of the rich side of town.
The wealthy side of the rich side of town. Great. Would I know perhaps the name of such a jeweler? You know, perhaps it is a family business that has been around for generations and would have been here when I was a child.
Actually, so the best place that you can think of to look for jewelry would probably be Madame Tealwing's Eleganza.
Okay, yeah. All right, that makes sense.
Luxius would also probably have some, and the place that is not in the wealthy side of town but might still have some would be Menga's Magical Menagerie. So you know that jewelry sometimes is found in the magic shops because magic and jewelry kind of go hand in hand.
What was the second name you said? I'm so sorry. After Madame Tealwing's.
Madame Tealwing's was Luxius.
Luxius,
Luxius. That's the rich side of town magic shop.
Okay. And is this a jeweler in order to discern what that is, or do you need a gem in general?
I need a pearl, as a matter of fact. It is a bit of a new spell for me, one that I've recently figured out the components of, but I would need a pearl and...
of course then.
It can wait, though. I don't quite have the money for it at the moment.
Well, I will list the 3 shops that you... Madame Tealwing's, Menga's Magical Menagerie, and Luxius. all of those would probably suit your needs.
Right.
Perhaps, but perhaps we should head to Heroes Hall first. So shall we head to Heroes Hall then?
Suppose so. Yes.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
If you need funds for your pearl. Anyway,
Yeah,
Getting
throwing
a
on
job
that.
might help.
Sailsaba will jump off of Aym'Bryn's shoulder and trot up to Glib. And if he can still speak cat, will relay to him what she saw in the back room.
How long does Speak with Animals last?
Probably not that long. Let's
Yeah.
see. Yeah, the duration is 10 minutes, but if Glib notices that Sailsaba is trying to get his attention,
Like, oh, you're trying to tell me something? Okay, speak with animals. Ah, okay. Mannequins? Bodies? A mysterious staircase that goes up to a door?
Oh, we have to go back now.
I don't know what's going on. Where's Sails?
That's Sails. Because
Sails
I
will
would.
trot up to Silus and, with his permission, climb up and then start playing with Moogie.
Moogie starts squawking at you. Just
No, Sails, and Irde will like full on like grab Sails out and just like hold her.
I
No,
can still
darling.
only hear one half of that conversation.
Sails, please
Sails,
do
Sails
not
may
do
have
not
used
bother.
quite a many swear words in that conversation.
No, that's fair. No, Sails, please don't bother Moogie.
Do
Are
you
you
remember when the Kenku kept yelling at me and squawking, and I yelled back at him that I understand fuck you in just about every language that's spoken? See, right now, that's what Moogie's doing, only with Sails.
Man, you're like a bird whisperer.
No, I just understand when somebody's telling me to fuck right off.
Oh, okay.
That is fair.
A lot of
Okay.
practice.
I've heard it quite a lot.
hold on. That's Sails.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to Heroes
Sails,
Hall
be good. Can I put you down?
before
Will
we
you be
all
good?
die.
You. All right. I'm putting Sails down.
Do you head back to the bus stop?
The booth.
The boost stop?
I sure.
When is the next boost? Because I don't want to
Yeah.
loiter
You don't want to
around here.
wait.
The boost happens pretty frequently. However, there are carriages if you'd like to charter your own passage.
I like the booze.
The booth is fine.
Alright. They happen just about every half hour, so.
Do
Yeah.
we want to wait that long?
How long until the next booth? We didn't say we're on.
I mean, it's probably about 5 minutes until the next boost, because you guys have been here for a good
while.
hour-ish, but yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't
Do
be
you think
too
we can
long to
wait 5 minutes?
Do we appear to be being followed at all?
Yeah.
Roll me perception checks.
Oh, I'm just so good at those. That's
10.
13.
Also a
High five.
10.
Natural one.
I
That's
got a
eight.
13 and Moogie got a 12.
Nope. At least not as far as you can tell.
Oh no, we're
thank
gonna
goodness, at least we're
die,
not being
friends.
followed.
Can I discern anything just with like an Arcana roll about what this item could be without using Identify on it?
You can try.
I will certainly do that. No, I won't.
May I assist him in being that I am of the bookish sort as well?
Sure, I'll give you advantage on it.
Cool. No, I won't.
We're both clueless.
I got a. First one was a 10. Second one was an 8.
I
This
tried.
is an odd question, but I'm dying of curiosity. This pearl that you need is some kind of a spell component for.
Yes. So I need a pearl and an owl's feather, which I can procure fairly easily. And
this is
it
to the-
allows me to peer into the magics of a particular item or person, if that is one of if they're under the effects of something.
This is going to sound so terrible, so please don't misunderstand my intentions, but this pearl, to do the spell that you want to do, I'm guessing immediately, it doesn't necessarily need to belong to you. What I mean is as long as you can hold it for a few moments, you could cast the spell and then return it. That's what I'm saying.
It needs to be of a specific. I will give the book to Glib just because he asked for it.
Pendant
and
with
I
a
will
book on it, but yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say it does need to be of a specific value. Needs to be around give or take 100 gold pieces, something of significant value. But no, to answer your question, I don't need to own it per se. It just needs to be in my possession so that I might use it to
for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't know. I only cast the one spell.
10 or 11, give or take.
Does the spell use up this pearl, or do you need it?
No, it should.
Good.
It's why I would like to have one so that I can
yes.
do that on other things, but I don't have one at the moment.
Fair.
Glib, what did you roll?
17 Arcana.
Very nice. I would also actually like you to roll me an investigation check at advantage.
Oh, okay. Let me get that second d20 here. Here we go. Oh, boy. Not much investigation going on. 7.
7? Okay. You discern that it probably has something to do with some sort of communication. You have seen the, things, this book looks vaguely familiar, not identical, but vaguely familiar, similar at the very least, and you would assume that it has something to do with communicating or keeping an eye on or some sort of just keeping tabs and track.
This looks like it's meant to keep track of things.
Oh, so we should not keep this at all.
Oh, probably not.
Also, how do you know this?
Oh, it looks similar to something I've run across before.
Really?
Well, it's yours now, so you get to do with it what you will.
No, do you think we should return it?
I will give it to Moogie. And I will say, fly back, please.
But we had so much fun.
Do you need it, Sails?
As this happens, the boost arrives.
I prestidigitate an exact copy and give it to Sails.
Sails has
And I have Moogie fly it back in the direction we came from.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it was like communication or keeping track of something. I think that guy was kind of like your bird, where he isn't really from here and can be here, but that's just a guess.
He did tip his hat to Moogie, which was strange. So yes, so Moogie's on her way. I will summon her back when I feel that she has had ample time, or it might just fall on the ground. I'm not sure. We just need to leave it be.
Onto the boost!
Onto the
That sounds
boost.
fair.
Onto
And
the boost.
I get on the bus. Boost.
I'll give it 15 minutes. How long about did we walk to the boost?
I mean, it wasn't a very long walk to the boost stop. It was pretty much just around 2 or 3 blocks. So
Okay, I'll give Moogie 15, 20 minutes, and then if she's not back by that time, I'll go and she'll appear in my hands again.
Yeah, and granted, since you would be on the boost coming, you probably would wait because she'd be flying after the boost.
Yeah, so she is back on my horns.
But
We
yes.
make a trip to Heroes Hall.
Yeah, and you are on the increasingly familiar boost, traveling throughout the streets of Aym'Bryn, and get
Any
brought...
fun people on the boost?
There are always interesting and weird people on the boost, particularly coming from the bad place. It doesn't seem... It's got some colorful characters, for sure. A couple of people talking to themselves, a couple of people talking to possibly not themselves. You never know.
That's fair.
But you do make it to the suburban side of town and pull up actually right in front of Heroes Hall because, of course, there is a stop at all important public buildings such as Heroes Hall. And right outside you see a gleaming palace-looking building straight up for Heroes Hall, and it has a large HH on the front with a gleaming shield logo, and it's
the Hall of
certainly...
Heroes.
Yeah.
Much
is-
nicer than the one in Sagadel.
No,
Yes.
Justice League.
Yep.
They have
Yeah.
the
Yes.
Hall of Heroes. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is an official building, and it is large.
It is an official building in a fancy town.
Yep.
Mhm.
Exactly.
All right.
My brain just made that connection. Oh, every comic book nerd out there is gonna beat me with a book now.
Yes.
Well, it'll be a
Before
comic
we go
book,
in
so
there-
it won't be that hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
There.
Before we go in there, Fen, you mentioned that we might need a name for our group. Is that something we need to do now, or can we go on a mission or two first and then figure it out from there?
That I couldn't tell you. In the village that I come from, we know that most adventurer groups have a name. I haven't. Perhaps it's just the fact that they have a name, but I've never heard of an adventuring group that didn't have a name.
Yeah, I guess knowing how the structure of bureaucracy works in this world, would I know how this is there a registration process? Is it like a
Roll
union?
me an intelligence check at advantage.
Is there a union that we need to make sure we don't have the same name as? Right.
You work enough hours.
Is there a mob boss running the union that we need to snuff out before we're allowed to join?
Jesus!
3,000 gold for the license.
I hate my dice so much. Because I rolled a 5 and a 6 on the dice. On the
Oh, no.
die. So in total that is a 7.
Yeah.
So I don't have an idea.
You weren't particularly interested in becoming a hero, per se.
Until recently.
Until recently. That wasn't really your lot in life so much, so...
I'm gonna need new dice for this character, is what I'm sensing. That is what I'm learning from this session.
If anyone else would like to roll an intelligence check, I would allow that as well.
I'll give it a shot.
I'm good.
I asked the question, so I'm not going to
Yeah,
do that.
it'd probably not be the...
Yeah, I rolled a 9 total. I don't know.
Nails the cat rolled a 16.
Hey,
That's
Sales
how you
the
like
cat, 16.
that's our PI.
Sales the cat, who cannot communicate with anyone, would know
Starts
that
rapidly explaining.
basically there is like you have a year of kind of a trial period to establish your name as an adventuring party. You are expected to come up with a name fairly quickly, especially upon the completion of your first mission. You can, however, upon registration...
Yes.
Yes, so you are permitted upon registration access to what would essentially be guild-style, like, you can pick up official quests, and you can gather resources and information at Heroes' Halls, which have admittedly been open to you at least a little bit, because you have shown yourselves to be interested in adventuring, but an official city, Heroes' Hall, particularly as large as this one, would expect the proper paperwork to be filed.
So you see, Sailsaba becomes
Yep, there you are.
humanoid again. And says, I have the answer to this. I recognize a hall much like this one. I was tailing a suspect while I was here. That case did not pan out, but I heard a conversation happening as some adventurers were trying to register themselves. Yes. And I listened to that conversation, which had nothing to do with my case, but it was very interesting. And she verbatim relays to you what that conversation was, which includes what our great DM just told us.
Love it. Fascinating.
I am impressed by the verbatim recitation of that.
Yeah, she does seem to have these moments of like extreme clarity, doesn't she?
Super lucidity, doesn't she?
She's
Yes.
she's very competent in what she does.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Sales.
You're one of few to say so.
Oh no!
Aw.
Oh no!
Terrible.
Everyone
I'm
here
just
will
gonna
say
like,
that, though.
I think awkwardly pat Sales on the shoulder, like, no, you're very good at some things. Oh, okay. Good.
If we do need a name of some kind, we are all already hired by our wonderful private eye here.
Oh yes.
Perhaps an investigation agency of some kind?
Sales, do you have a name for your agency, or?
I do.
Yes.
Cheapest PI you'll ever find.
How about the cheapest PI you'll ever find incorporated?
Cheap ink.
Cheap ink.
Cheap ink. Oh, I love it. Actually.
We can also open a tattoo shop later.
We could, yes.
Once we
Do
finish,
it right now. With a name like that, we don't have to be any good at it.
so we can be cheap ink, and when we finish the adventuring business, we open a tattoo parlor.
Exactly.
Perfect.
When
It's good to have
the world won't have ended. We will have lots of time on our hands.
I feel like
Sounds
we
quite
really
interesting.
should we should have a secondary purpose in
Let's
life.
go in and see what
See.
what the other results are. First.
I like that. Yes,
All right. So Silas heads into the heroes hall.
we'll go in as well.
Fantastic. There is a very large and what's the best way to put this? Pretentious entryway opening.
Sounds right.
There's a huge desk. In front of it, you see two people. You see an Aasimar and a drow standing next to each other, working and talking, and they look up, and the drow nods to you and says, "Hello. May I
Hello.
help you?"
Irde is gonna just stand up to like her full height as professionally as she possibly can. Yes.
What is Irde's full height?
Tall.
Like, I mean, fairly tall. She's like 5'8", so not like
Okay.
super tall, but
Oh, so
like,
I'll stand back a little bit so you look taller.
it's less to be like I am looking tall as to
Oh, you just
like,
slouch a lot.
you know, I feel like she doesn't necessarily always want to make herself seen, but in certain situations she is, you know, over 5.5 feet tall with gray skin and silver like streaks. She can make herself look a little bit,
Very fair.
you know, noticeable if she wants to. Yes, hello. I believe we are here to file the paperwork to register an adventuring party.
Yes, of course, a new adventuring party, welcome. Welcome to Heroes Hall in the Aym'Bryn. Have you already started your adventuring? Or
Not
is
all
this
together,
just-
no.
Somewhat. We were looking to find a job in Port Cahove. We have
If
heard
that's
that there were
possible.
some listings there.
I mean, if you're interested in the job, I know a lot of people in the city have looked into it. I can absolutely bring that listing. And the Aasimar kind of snorts a little bit and walks over.
Can I insight check that?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. If you'd
Yep.
like to insight check, absolutely.
I'm doing that. I'm not great at insight. I don't care.
Let me
Nope.
bring up. I mean, they're not trying to hide it, so really it would.
That is a 16.
And that's another. Amanda's getting new dice.
16. I mean, you get the feeling that there's certainly something about this job that that has caught a lot of people's attention. It does not take a whole lot to figure out what when he walks over and you see the price listed on the job.
Mm-hmm.
It says help wanted, Port Cahove, protection of the town, small adventure outside of Lantern, gold price 7,500 gold pieces. To be delivered upon completion. Speak to Iepe Town Hall, Port Cahove.
Silas, that's like 750 pearls.
That is true.
How
Yes.
do you spell Iepe?
It is the same way that it is spelled, like the god.
AIPE.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, that's quite a few pearls, Glib.
The look of a wizard who has mathed that out into components.
We'll take it.
You're going to take this.
Yes.
Don't see why not.
I certainly agree, honestly, if I were still adventuring. Yes. The Port Cahove job, I will hand this help wanted to you. It will be, and he stamps it, your official documentation to allow Ipay to know that you are coming, and I will of course send missive ahead of time.
Thank you.
First, as this is your first adventure, you are going to have to fill out some paperwork. And he pulls out a paper, hands it to you guys. For the gist of you guys, it's pretty much just we are not responsible for any harm, damage, or death that could potentially happen upon the completion or actions of any adventuring party, and other such related red tape.
It's amazing that I just heard this voice in my head. It was so soothing and official and mechanical. It was strange.
It does ask for your names. It asks for your agreement. It does have a place for party name. It does allow you to write in, or it does say, like in the fine print underneath, can be filled in at completion of first mission.
Would we like to put in cheap ink, or shall we wait until we finish this?
Let's wait until we finish the first.
I'm sorry.
No, I think we just bite
I
the
love
bullet.
it. It has my vote.
Did you say you were going to use the name Cheap Ink?
So that
Yeah.
perhaps after we finish adventuring, we can
was-
start a tattoo parlor.
It was one option, yes.
Man, I hope the Aasimar in the corner just says, "Man, I hope you guys live."
Same.
I hope so too. At least
I am going to just like lock eyes and say, yes. How many adventuring parties have gone out on this job?
You're the first ones for sure.
Do I believe that?
I mean, I roll an insight check.
Like that he. This is
This
so
is
dumb.
the
I'm gonna.
drow that's
I'm
talking.
gonna. No, this is the Aasimar.
Oh,
that
that's
said
the
this,
Aasimar
right?
Talking?
Yeah.
I
Aasimar.
wanna get the drow's attention real quick.
Oh yay! A 19.
19. You get the feeling that there is something you don't know about this job.
Yep.
I mean, sure. Amanda got that feeling too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can
Sorry.
I grab onto Fenn's arm and say, "Fourth. Remember the fourth."
No,
Not the first.
this is a person.
Understood. I
the
take my hand
drow
off and say, understood.
is paying attention to you, all of you. So if you try to get his attention, it's not hard.
Yeah. So I kind of gesture to talk to him privately for a second.
Then I will finish with Amanda, and then we will. Or Irde, and then we will. Yeah.
Yes. So I speaking to the Aasimar then. I cannot believe that this would be we would be the first party to be interested in this with a reward so high.
I never said interested. Everyone's interested.
Well, of course. So, but no one went out? I can't quite believe that.
I mean, you're not really from around here, are you?
I was born here.
Oh. Well, then that's one way to do things. Look, this job, it's a great job. A lot of adventurers, especially around here, it's a big town. Everyone and their mom has either come and wanted to start out, or they've been here for like ages, and all of them already have their gold. And the records on this job are a little... I mean, look, Ipay's nice and all. She's from that Team Paranoia thing that was real big a couple of years ago. But it's kind of been radio silent from Port Kova for like a month and a half now.
Oh.
So, without any real information about whether the town's even standing or not, which, you know, it probably is.
But
with
you can
this-
never be sure.
Yeah, I mean, even we're not getting a whole lot of information from everything. There's no real reason to take it for most people, especially not for a first job, but, like, it's a heck ton of gold, so, like...
So, basically, the summary of this, I would guess, is we might go, and there may be nothing, or we might go and we may die because Port Kova is destroyed, or we might go and succeed and get a lot of money.
Yeah, basically. I mean, you're certainly the biggest adventuring party I've seen starting out recently, so you've probably got a better chance. Most people come with their 3 best friends and they're like 16. Or they've been here forever.
Well, thank you. And what was your name?
Oh, Menacia, but you can just call me Sia.
See ya. Pleasure.
Yeah, you too.
Sailsaba walks up. What is the name of the contact again?
I
I
pay.
pay.
Why does the contact have the name of a god?
Sweetheart, that's something you're definitely gonna have to ask her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sailsaba walks away.
I will nod to Sia and return to the party. And maybe not yet, because I know Fen wants to talk to the drow, but we'll eventually talk about this.
Yes. And Fen, let's jump to you and Balin.
I'm gonna grab Silus and pull him over.
Yes?
Just keep me in line for a moment.
Right.
I'm looking for a man that, similarly to myself, half drow, by the name of Snowden-Ifft. Has anybody listed a job searching for him, or has he been through at any point? Is there an adventurer registered? Anything?
No adventurer. No adventurer. You said Aym'Bryn? Snowden-Ifft.
That's right.
And let me actually pull up his character sheet and roll for him, because I have his character sheet. Where the fork is Balin? There you go.
Is he trying to remember something, or is he trying to lie to us? Is that something that I would know?
That is entirely up to you. You can roll for it, sir.
Can I roll an insight check before you roll really quick?
Well, I mean, you've already rolled, but yes, you can roll an insight check before I say anything.
That's a 9 for me. I have no idea, probably.
You can't really tell.
I got an 8.
Okay.
You can't really tell.
Sure.
Honestly, it does ring. It sounds like. I know there was some missives at one point from some of the smaller towns about a raiding party. Conglomeration of ruffians, really. But I can't say that I know anyone by that name personally.
Where would I be able to find those missives?
Well, you could certainly look in the Hall of Records at the library to see if there's anything about someone of that name or anything associated, but a town hall, maybe, to see if there's any records, although town hall isn't particularly fond of sharing, as we all know. It's really the best I could give you, honestly.
Fair enough. And in case anybody else comes inquiring, they're not just a bunch of ruffians.
Really?
Thurvin burned my village to the ground by himself.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. That is certainly something that we will have to keep an eye on. What was the name of your village?
What was the name of my village you never gave to me?
Oh, no.
That's, we did not actually come up with a name for your village.
That's true, we did not.
He burned it so
Whoops!
good. It's right off
burned
your
it so
memory.
good.
Memory.
Burned it so
no
good it
longer
never
exists.
existed.
I will give you a name by next session, because that should take a little bit more thinking. But he will write it down in a small notebook, and
That's fair.
yeah.
I was just wondering about this the other day, too. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you're right. We did not come up with a name for your home village.
Where am I
no.
from?
My bad. So yeah.
May I ask a quick question of the whether
Speaking of cats,
they're
my cat.
oh sorry.
So that's what I was saying.
just
Speaking of cats.
If before we head out, so if we're not, please finish whatever you're doing. I'm sorry if I.
No, you're
Oh, I just wanted, once Fen returns, Irde is just going to inform you of the situation in Port Cova. If that changes our trajectory. If not, we can still go anyway. But the city itself
Well, if
has not been heard from in over a month now.
If they're unresponsive, that's probably a sign we need to go.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Especially if, Silas, your information there might be more information you need there. Right?
So I've been told, maybe.
Well,
I will be going.
I agree. If they've gone quiet, they probably need somebody
help.
there.
I agree. I just wanted to make sure we were aware of the situation before I was something.
It's fine. I just wanted to see if there were any leads on my father.
What do you... Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to ask, well, Irde just spoke with the Aasimar, and they were rather unpleasant, so perhaps I'll speak with the drow.
Oh, he's quite pleasant, actually.
Really? Oh, that's wonderful. I'll come up and just being as charming as I can manage.
While Aim does that, I'll fill in the rest of the party and what I was looking for and everything, so everybody's brought up to speed.
And he gives he nods his head to you.
Yes, I do wonder. We are a new adventuring party and all, and so as you perhaps correctly surmise, this may be a little bit above our ability at this moment, but you and your group would be interested to know if the city was still standing.
Yes, certainly.
So even if we do die once we get there, that at the very least we could send word, and could we maybe consider that something of an assignment?
I suppose that's certainly true. Make me a persuasion check.
Absolutely.
I will give you advantage on this, actually, because you are appealing to his sense of propriety.
Get him where it hurts.
Job.
Something other than a 5 to give you.
Jobbiness.
17.
Nice.
17. Yeah, he says, wait just a moment. And he walks behind the counter, pulls out a piece of paper, says, this can be used only once. And he hands it to you. When you get there,
yes,
give us the information of whether or not the town still stands. If that is all, then you will be granted the total sum. If there is more to do with the job, as I assume there will be, and you complete the task fully, you will get the full sum. If you do not complete the full task, however, you return, you will get a partial sum for each of you.
Well, that's more
Let's
than fair.
say 20 gold.
Sorry, 20 gold is...
For each of you, should you return with the incomplete full job, but with information that Port Cova still stands.
Absolutely. You said this can only be used once. That's just a regular... It's a missive, or it's...
It seems to be just a scrap of paper.
It's like the paper that folds into a bird.
Is it
and flies
similar to
away.
the paper?
It isn't the same, but it is similar from what you can see.
Okay.
It does appear to be torn in half.
Oh, well, that's very cost effective. I wasn't aware you could do that. So
It's
this,
rather unique.
So this, and the payment, if there is one, for just reporting about the state of the city.
Would be 20 gold for each of you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
And he pulls out another paper and kind of writes down the agreement that he just made with you, hands it to you to sign, and says, if all of you are agreeable to this, you may all sign this, and it will be a secondary measure kept by me if you do not mind.
Is there any fine print?
Not that you can see. It all seems to be exactly as was laid out.
Hold it close to a candle, as there's still no fine.
You do see his name on the thing that says, I, Balin Devya, do so agree. And with that signature, all of you have your first mission, and I think that'll bring us to the end of episode 2.
Yes.
Woo!
Alright, finally, a
Very
mission.
exciting. It only took us 2 whole episodes.
6 hours. Took us 6 hours to do anything.
You are an
We did plenty. We were quite busy.
adventuring party.
Hey, we did a lot of things.
Yeah,
None of them, like, a forward momentum.
Right,
but, like,
yeah. But we did things.
There was
You
a
did
lot of
things.
lateral moves.
Made a lot
a
of
lot of
We-
lateral movement.
A lot of
Moving in silence, as they say.
I mean, to be fair, we set up at least 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 or 5 different quests.
Yeah, the first
Maybe 6.
2 episodes are just, you know, like setup moments, just like a layup, and then we'll slam dunk it later. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
And I hope everyone. Oh, go ahead.
Well, yeah, because we made progress on Irde, Silus, Sailsaba, Alin, Fen. I think Aym'Bryn's the only one we didn't make progress on today, but that could be. We might still make progress on that in
Progress
town.
toward what?
Toward anything.
I've
All right.
accomplished all kinds of things that I meant to do.
Yes, you did.
This
You
was-
also
kinds of
don't
things to
even
look back
know Aym'Bryn's,
Anything about-
Yeah.
We
know
don't
that
know
she's looking for
Aym'Bryn's
a guy
deal.
named Edward.
No, well, yes, of course we
Sail-
are. Among other 15 other things that we're looking for. Oh, of course.
Sailsaba was the one technically looking for.
We don't know Aym'Bryn's deal
I
at
If
don't
all.
know that.
Sailsaba's
Brian
looking
knows
for it,
that.
I'm looking for it.
That's true.
Um,
Aym'Bryn is a wonderful.
I'm just out here to
assistant.
gather memories.
Of course.
I hope that everyone got a good souvenir T-shirt because I don't think we can ever come back here again.
No, I have my little
Shot
glittering
glass.
shot glass, and
We should start
That's
that. That
all.
should become a collection. I think everywhere we stop.
I can make shot glasses, though.
No. You don't. That's not the point at all, Silas. That's not the point.
I don't understand why you need to buy these little trinkets.
All
They
right,
just
here-
get smashed
here's-
in the bags anyway.
perhaps
Here is the advancement of my storyline. I'm going to teach Silas why it has to be a stock glass, particularly purchased from a particular place. It's very important.
I love it.
Real quick, I will do the quick outro.
please do.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you once again in the world of Anna. Have a wonderful week,
And happy Thanksgiving,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
and happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.